kicking like
One,
Dolomite.
two, 3,
Last one
4,
got copyright. I'm kicking like
5
Dolomite.
just to be sure.
Hey, one time,
Last
you
one
ready?
got
Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got
Okay.
copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme, it's just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the games. Don't make me grab it still. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I grab the piece and give your ass to Halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, we run the game. You should pick up your feet. You can't lose them too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah. Weapon Wheel Podcast. Look. King of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Blandry, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard, then watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey yo, Alex, go ahead. Talk to him real quick.
Oh, the Dolomite is my name, and pick up is my game. Dolomite, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it.
They had the nerve to copyright the game. It's just the bitches. Hey. Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Hey, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco Long was cute, hey, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these against before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button? You still a fan? Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak diss and that's that stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your was squad up, you start telling gotta go. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30, again turn me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotties, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip, anytime you get on a fight. Guns and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy or look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what I say? Hey, I put them in the dirt. Tussle get hurt, no face, no case, smashed up like a jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. BG, Black Bond, Jack Move, Kids Move, Blandrew, Alex too. Damn man, that's a heavy crew. Other pods, they don't know what to do. They watching, they copy our every move. And they still fly like the Wii U. Jack Move voice, we saying you. Hop off the roof. Long range, no scope, yeah, I'ma shoot. Looking wanna play games, no David Blaine, but I'll make a nigga go poof. Oh, this not a game. Gang talk, looking at what you know about the slang. Hop out the range. All black master, don't step out your lane. Every week it's us on your screen. Every weekend we entertain. It's not a thing that gets in between me and my team, me and my gang. When I'm on the beat, you already know. Straight to the top, yeah, we about to blow. BG my dog, he told me let's go. Sit back, relax, it's time for the show. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still.
We got the guns on deck, no foul car, but you know I came with a tech. Yeah, since 2015, been stepping on the seat, putting foots on necks. Yeah, set 'em up, super soaker, pump action, wet 'em up, shooting out the. Yeah, we catching up. We bout the games, y'all are bark. Drive by midnight after dark. Gaming knowledge, fortitude. Top two and not the two. Weapon wheel. Get the cash and grab the steel. Weapon wheel. Out the window.
weapon well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon well, we keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. What weapon well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still.
Yo. Mic check. Chat sound off. Chat, let me know if y'all hear us clearly. Yeah.
You hear me, BG?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Had a little game night last week. Chat.
Dog, I've been gaming my ass off, dog. I probably played Final Fantasy 12 hours the last couple days.
Oh, you've been gaming. Jack, you been gaming?
Yep.
Well, I had a wedding in Tampa, but as you can see, that wedding didn't happen. So I've had the last 4 or 5 days off, so I don't go back. I had Thursday, Friday. I didn't have to go in Saturday. I don't got to go in Monday. I don't have to go back till Tuesday. Hurricane did numbers down there, but Rev's okay at least.
It's the most important thing.
Yeah, my friend's kind of annoyed that they got to like I asked myself, I didn't want to ask him why you would plan a wedding during hurricane season, but I don't know for sure, but I would imagine it's probably cheaper. That was probably the reason.
Honestly, I don't at this point I'd be wondering why people even go to near the coast of Florida to actually live at this point, because a major hurricane hits there at least once a decade. So I just be wondering.
BG, I was actually had a 2-year plan to move down south, maybe Florida, maybe South Carolina, Charleston. I like it down there. It's so much better than this trash up north. But then these hurricanes hit. And, it wasn't just Florida. Okay, maybe Florida's out, maybe Charleston. Nope. Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, hell, even parts of Tennessee all hit. And I'm just like, dog, I'm not trying to build up my whole life, buy a house, and just have all my shit, the potential of all my shit floating away twice a year, dog. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's too much of a risk. I bet that's why I bet insurance in Florida, certain insurance, be crazy if you live near there.
Good point. It's not. So I'm at work looking at this shit up, right? They said that less than 1% of the homes that were flooded out had flood insurance.
Okay.
Now I'm also wondering, is that the reason why it's so cheap to live down south? A lot of people are living in these flood zones, and either they don't have flood insurance, or those houses are in areas where the insurance company's like, fuck it, we ain't gonna insure it. You on your own. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I can imagine maybe that's why it's cheaper down there.
Yeah. Can somebody from the Discord join the room so I can have 4 people in here so I can turn on screens?
Oh, what's wrong with 3 niggas, Jack?
I don't have
You know what's wrong with 3 niggas.
Oh, wow.
3 come in, 1 to 2 might come out.
There we go. Never mind. All right, cool.
We avoid a catastrophe. How about old buddy trying to take my shit, Jack? You see that shit?
I seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll be right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta walk off this dinner. I'll see you guys in about 15.
Huh? What the fuck?
I ate dinner. I gotta walk it off.
All right. Salute. Salute.
Right,
go ahead, bro. Hey, I don't run a tight ship over here, man. I let them do what they want.
That a fat nigga wants to get exercise, so I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. This is Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 425. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. If you want to support the podcast, patreon.com/Weapon Wheel Podcast. Become a channel member hitting the join button on your YouTube screen. Also, you could just hit the like button. It's been completely free for 10 years, as long as we've been doing this, and some of y'all still ain't hit it. Yeah.
You know what's crazy about the like button, BG?
What?
When is the last time we've had a 1,000 like game stream? Remember that?
No.
If the audience hit 1,000 likes, we would stream any game they voted for. When's the last time we had that?
I don't know, some years ago.
Damn, years. I mean, that's still applicable today if they hit 1,000, right?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it. There's some dude out there literally listening right now, listening to me talk about a like button, and in his head he's like, "BG, I'm not touching that shit. Get to the topic." That's exactly what he's thinking. He's like, "Shut that shit up. I don't care. I ain't hit it 10 years ago. I ain't hitting it now." To you, I salute you, brother.
People keep asking me to play Metal Gear and Kingdom Hearts. I keep asking Jack to play a game that's not Persona 5.
Facts. Play anything,
Jack. Gotta hit that like button.
Jesus Christ.
Are we talking about what the fuck is that game? Yeah, we are, because
yes, we are.
I'm gonna need to hold you and Jack both accountable in that game. One, you keep saying you want to play a Persona game that's not high school, and Jack, it's basically a new Persona game, so both of y'all should be playing.
Patreon, check out them Patreon perks. After Dark, early access to Planet Xbox episodes, access to the Weapon Wheel Discord, and you could submit questions that we answer live on the podcast. Also, if you want to submit gameplay to be featured during the podcast, link is in the description for that. You can just drag and drop your gameplay right in there. All right. What are we? I'm BG, the host. That's Jack, the muscle. That's Bond. What archetype is Bond? You said the mouth?
The negotiator.
Oh, that was
that's a little bit better.
That was nuts.
That, Jesus.
Smooth is the comic relief.
The court jester. That's
yeah. If Alex was here, he would be filling roles of the multiracial person.
Well, Alex is a utility player, and Blandrew's like Tommy from Martin.
And we come together like Voltron to form Weapon Wheel Podcast. All right. Let me see what we starting out with. Started with a whole bunch of news topics that I don't give a fuck about, but it's just honorable mentions, and Smooth is taking a 15-minute walk. Little Big Planet will no longer be available to buy digitally. Little Big Planet 3 will no longer be able to buy digitally on PS4 starting October 31st. For how many Little Big Planet fans are left out there. So buy it now if you care.
Are they turning the servers off, or why is it a thing?
I honestly don't know. I saw the headline and I care so little about Little Big Planet. I'm like, I don't want to know the further details. But it said PS4, so I'm thinking you could still buy it on PS5, I guess. So I guess
it's crazy. I just had this thought. I think Little Big Planet would do better on PC. There are certain Sony games I think would do better on PC, and certain Sony games I think that do better on Nintendo than they would do better on PlayStation. Is that problematic to think that, Jack?
No,
Dreams. Sony feel like that too. Shit.
Dreams would do better. Little Big Planet would do anything creative. Yeah, there's like 3 that I can think of. 3 games. Yeah. All right, there's Lords of the Fallen 2 is in development. I played I played the new Lords of the Fallen, because remember there was a original Lords of the Fallen that came out like 2013 or some shit. I beat that one. The new Lords of the Fallen, I was not able to get into it. I tried it. I was like, yeah, I just don't like this for some reason. So they're already working on a sequel. Guess I won't be playing that. Ubisoft, they said it's being put out there that they're considering a buyout by Tencent.
I just had a regular Ubisoft, former Ubisoft developer in my mentions on Twitter. I'm like, when's talking about, we've done so much. Like, when's the last time y'all made a game that moved the needle? He said Avatar. So it doesn't surprise me that Tencent's about to gobble them up.
Blaze, the only person I know that bought that game.
Christ.
I may buy it like at a Steam sale at like $10. I may do that. I just want Ubisoft to downsize. Ubisoft has way too many fucking employees. They're like the biggest publisher, and the next one closest to them is it might be EA, but they're just way too big, man. Like, just one game being made by thousands of people over like 4 or 5 studios. Yeah, there's just no. That's why all their games always feel like certain parts of the game feels like it's been made by a completely different team, because it is. There's just no consistency.
Yeah,
I look forward to Shadows, though.
bullshit. Y'all gotta stop buying that bullshit. Maybe they'll downsize.
The day EA gets bought out, that's gotta be a wild day.
Who the fuck?
Is that Jazzy?
Love BG.
This yo, hey yo, fam.
Jazzy came in this motherfucker.
I thought we got hacked, bro. Fam, I thought we got hacked, bro. I was like, yo, who is this nigga that just jumped in our shit?
No,
I was, bruh. Yo, I felt like someone just broke into my crib, like just said hi to
like
me.
If I lost like 200 pounds, Jazzy, you kind of look like
Jack. Did you see that Shokyo video? I mean,
Yo.
you know, looking at my hair right now. I mean, by default, you the new wave king.
This nigga
I mean, I
caught
was
me
already
off
that man.
guard,
Y'all
bro.
really want to fuck with me before that, but you know,
you win by default now.
you know how it go. You know,
This
I
nigga,
am not gonna lie. I do like. I switched stylists. I do like what she did.
this nigga
Hey,
caught
you
me
good,
so
you
off
good.
guard, bro. I literally thought someone like, yo, who is this? I thought he was about to do something crazy on stream.
That shit definitely threw me off.
I thought he was about to like threaten us on stream or do something crazy to get the stream canceled. I was like, yo, I don't know how you got in here, bro. I thought maybe somebody sent you. You know who was after me? I was like,
This
Listen,
nigga
man.
thought it was hard 8.
I was like, listen, man.
nah.
I got my hands up. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, my nigga. Next time, announce yourself. Like, to say I'm about to turn my camera on and y'all don't know what I look. It's crazy. We got a Jazzy reveal before Blandrew. We still ain't seen what Blandrew look
That's
like.
crazy.
I mean, we do, but they don't know. At least the chat doesn't know.
Yeah, I seen Jay. I mean, I seen
I've
Blandrew
never
before.
seen Blandrew.
Yeah, I ain't never seen Blandrew.
He got the Smash Brothers Ultimate Naruto Storm Budokai haircut.
Kinda. He had
No,
like an afro when I seen
that's-
him, I think, right?
No, last I seen him, he looked like what? JJ Walker?
Yeah, he like Jimmy Walker a little
GOTY?
bit. Yeah, he
Yeah.
do kind of look like him a little bit.
Yeah, that nigga Wonton getting a little bit horny for you,
All
bro.
right, he looks like Jimmy Walker. That nigga bald.
No, not the. He like the old Jimmy Walker, not the current day.
Wonton hitting on you, Jazzy. How you feel?
I appreciate the compliments, brother.
There you go.
He was just in the other chat flirting with Jack. This nigga just
One time a
damn.
little horny today. That's all.
Yeah, nigga got no
Hey,
sexual control. It's crazy. What were we talking about? All right, yeah. I just want you. I think layoffs for Ubisoft would be a great announcement. That would be great news because they have way too many fucking people.
Jimmy.
Jimbo, shout out to him. Okay. Let's get to guess.
Jim Ryan?
Oh no, I was talking
Trash.
about our Jimmy who's been on the show. Shout out to him. Shout out to Uncle Jimmy.
Oh,
okay.
Uncle Jimmy, that's my guy.
Jimmy B
Yeah.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Good guy.
All right. Get to news that actually matters. Let me see. Alien Isolation is getting a sequel.
Oh, I need to play the first one.
Yay!
I know Jack didn't play that first. So look, I played the first one. I played it for an
He
hour.
ain't beat it. He ain't beat it.
I played it for an hour. It put me to sleep, and that was it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That's what happened. It put me to sleep in the first hour, and
Bro.
I just never went back. I'm not saying it's a bad game.
Ain't that game like 25, 30 hours, bro? Like
No
that
way.
ain't no
That
short
game is that long?
I think so. Yeah,
Let me check.
something like that. I remember people saying the game like 10 hours too long or some shit. Cause you just hide from the alien the whole time. I don't think you can fight it. You just hide from that motherfucker.
Jesus Christ. It says when focusing on main objectives, Alien Isolation is about 18 hours. Yeah, that's too long for this type of game.
I know what I'm saying. You just hiding in like elevator. You hiding in lockers and shit. Like
Yeah, because Outlast is another game. It's pretty much a very similar game to Alien Isolation. And that game, honestly, is what, 7 hours?
if that.
I don't know if I want to hide for 18 hours. I think that's crazy.
And it is definitely.
Maybe I'll go back to it, but listen, most of the time when I say maybe I'll go back to a game, I never go back to it.
This is true.
Maybe.
Usually, oh, Zelda. Oh, I'm gonna finish this. Oh, I'm gonna finish that.
No, when I say I'm going back to a game, I do. But when I say maybe, that means no. Maybe means I'm not. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm glad for the fans. They're getting a sequel. People were mad at Ryan McCaffrey because a lot of them feel like he's responsible for the game not getting a sequel all this time because he like IGN gave it a 5. Everybody else like gave the game a pretty good score. IGN notoriously gave that game a 5.
Man, they can't blame IGN for that, dog.
Why not?
Nah.
Probably didn't make that much money.
If it was critically acclaimed everywhere beside IGN, like I don't see how they could stop a game coming out.
Yeah, and there's not just one review outlet.
Yeah. Alien Isolation, it got a 79 on Metacritic. That means it probably would have been like a mid 80 if it wasn't for IGN, probably. Hey.
Who made that game?
It wasn't it like a Sega store? Why do I feel like it's somebody affiliated with Sega?
I don't remember who made that joint. I know Gearbox made an Alien game, didn't they? But it like flopped.
It was Creative Assembly.
I know Sega like published something.
It was Creative Assembly.
Related. I don't know
yeah, Sega published.
Jack.
Okay.
Fucking Sam Laporta just threw a touchdown on a flea flicker against the Cowboys.
Sam Laporta? Ain't that their
I'm seeing
tight end?
Trick play flea flicker.
I'm like, what? Ain't that their tight end? What the fuck?
Man, that was a nice throw too.
That would be some shit somebody gets off on the Cowboys.
Fantasy.
That's embarrassing.
Oh yeah. That play was sick.
Yeah. So yeah, salute Alien Isolation sequel is in the works. Let me see. There's a rumor that the Assassin's Creed 4 remake is pretty close to actual announcement, and it's being planned for a November 2025, or it was planned for November 2025 prior to Shadow's delay. So I don't know if Shadow's delay, even though that's coming out in early spring, I don't know if that may affect the timeline of this remake. I don't know. But I think that I'm actually down for them remaking all of the Assassin's Creed games up to like, I think Rogue. I think it's Rogue. There's a bunch of them that
you want them to do that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, along with still making new Assassin's Creed games, but I want them to, because the first Assassin's Creed is unplayable. Like that shit is unplayable. And they did a remaster, but they didn't like really do much. They were like just straight remasters. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
and two of them after that.
Remake, not a remaster.
This is gonna be a remake reportedly.
Okay. Well, I need them to get that Prince of Persia remake out first, because what they doing with that?
Yeah. And people still waiting for Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell, it's in development, but it's like that shit seems to be going slow. So,
are they bringing Ironside back or no?
Probably not.
I don't know what's with these stealth games and wanting to get rid of like their main characters. First of all, I don't understand why gaming in general wants to get rid of like. I don't know. They wanted to get rid of Hader. They wanted to get rid of Michael Ironside. They wanted to recast Kratos. Like, is it a money issue? What is it?
New talent, fresh new talent.
No, it's not, because they got Nolan North voicing fucking 90% of the roles out in this bitch.
Hey, you right?
It ain't new talent.
You right?
That's because he don't be boycotting. He take any job he can get. Him and Troy.
Nigga like the Stephen Blum of anime.
Yeah. Jazzy, what is fuck that first. We gonna get an alarm clock review from you? An Alarmo review? Are you getting that?
I haven't bought it.
You haven't? You plan to?
Yeah.
I gotta wait and see.
$100 alarm clock, my guy. That's what
y'all into.
Say that $100, Jazz, because you're gonna owe me that. Say that.
Nah, you gonna owe me that, Jack.
Cap.
I bet you shaking in your boots last I seen your last tweet.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
If I have my money, I'm gonna roll up on you like Debo.
What the? Oh, this man Jazzy got a camera talking spicy now. Hey, what's going on, Jazzy?
Wait.
December just had my 200 ready, bro. That's all I'm asking.
Wait, that alarm clock really $100?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because most of like the tech in it just involves like, where they actually react to like you waking out of bed and they set up like the alarm of like your movement or whatnot. So that's why it's probably that
Got
expensive.
like a digital screen and all the other shit.
I'm all down
and they're
for.
supposed to have like updates and stuff.
I'm all down for people buying what they want. It's all I know. All I know is, ooh, that motherfucker Blandrew. That motherfucker Blandrew, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just the shit just right itself. I'm sure he doesn't have a problem with this either. This is not anti-consumer in any way. It's I'm sure he'll
you don't
find.
need that.
Yeah. It's an option.
So what's the issue, BG?
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I be trying to understand most of the time.
I'm gonna ask you. So 7 Alarmo clocks for every room in your house, or a PS5 Pro. BG.
You said me?
How many alarm clocks?
You can get.
Oh
man,
maybe
6 because you gotta pay tax. All right, 6 Alarmo clocks.
That's tempting.
Or
that's real tempting, Jack. Oh man, I can't tell you. I got to think that one over. Whether I want an alarm clock in every room or a PS5 Pro, I can't just make that decision on the spot. It's tempting.
Why are we talking about an alarm clock?
Because Nintendo.
You see the Nintendo alarm clock?
I mean, the only alarm clock that's in a black person's homes, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
The fire detector? No.
Yeah.
No, the one that makes that piercing sound. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those annoying alarm clocks, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think there's like any black person on the planet that doesn't know that sound.
I thought most people that use their phones now.
These seems unfazed, like you don't know.
Yeah. Just
But I mean, out of the 3 companies, Nintendo would be the only one to actually do something like this because they're mainly like a toy company.
Hey, if y'all like it,
it's
I love
just
it.
people grasping at straws. That's what it is. But at the same time, if Nintendo wasn't putting out games, then people will be way more up in the arms about this than they actually would. But we're about to get like a new console anyway, so it's like whatever. The only people hurt by this is people who make news.
That's a good point by Jazzy, right? Would anybody really complain that Sony's porting games to PC, making TV shows, making movies, that they were releasing bangers? Nobody would complain. The problem is they're more focused on every other thing besides gaming. Nintendo's got gaming, so they can do supplementary shit.
Hey,
they're handling business.
I am all here for capitalism and consumers buying what they want. I'm all here for it.
It's the same thing with like
Jack. What was that motion you made? When I said that, you can do shit after you make games.
Who's the dude with the Street Fighter shirt on?
That's
Blandrew.
Who are you?
That's me.
That's Blandrew.
Wow. Okay, that's what you look like. Okay, a humanoid. I wasn't expecting that.
Humanoid.
You thought he was an alien or some shit?
Nah. He's a normal looking human being. I did not expect that from Jazzy.
Like a fucking dork or some shit.
Jeez, what did you expect then?
I expected some cross-eyed dude with like buck teeth and shit like that. I expected the worst.
Smooth, you cannot be talking like that with that beard. What's going on?
Hey, I'm making progress. It's called the process. You should be familiar
the ugly
with that.
face.
The ugly.
He turned to size smooth.
That's what it's called. The ugly. Listen, anytime you trying to like grow.
Wait, is it uneven? Hold on.
It is right though about the process, but see, I went through the process during COVID, so I didn't have to go out there looking all patchy.
Damn.
Okay. Anyway, if there's a way I can invest into like the fake beard, I do it.
You literally just have to ride it out, dog, until it comes in.
Pause.
Oh, unless you're Italian, where you wake up with a full beard the next morning.
You say you ride it until it come in.
That sounded crazy.
Hey, that's great. That's crazy. Hey yo.
Oh man. All right. People were what the fuck were we just talking about? Oh yeah, Alarmo. Shout out to Alarmo. Yeah, banger. People were giving Destin Legarie. They were giving him a lot of shit this past week because in his video that he was talking about, the Halo changes, the studio name change and the engine change, which we're going to get to. In his video, he said he didn't know where they got the name 343 from, where it originated from. And people was killing him for that because if you're a 343, if you're a not even a diehard Halo fan, if you're just a moderate Xbox and Halo fan, you know where that originates from. It comes from the 343 Guilty Spark, which was one of the monitors. I think in the first Halo, I don't remember it being in any other Halos, but I know it was in the first one, right? Was he? I don't know.
He was in Combat Evolved.
Yeah, I don't think he was in any other Halo, but people were killing him for that because you're an IGN Xbox personality. You're on the IGN Unlocked Xbox podcast. That's you. So you're supposed to know something like that. You can't not know something like that. So people killed him. I was trying to like come up with like what would it be the equivalent for like if you're a PlayStation fan if you didn't know something.
Bro, that's why I stopped watching after Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty left.
That show's terrible.
I was still watching Podcast Beyond, but one episode, it was what's my man Brian? What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? I forgot. Anyway, one of the people on the show, he was like, "Yeah, I never played God of War or Uncharted." I'm like, "Motherfucker, this is a PlayStation podcast. You ain't played most of their games." Like, bro, what's the dude name? Oh my god, I forgot, bro.
That's not the Thornbush dude that left, right? Is it him?
No, he got a low haircut. Am I saying
Max? Was it Max or
not Max? Not Max.
The one that been there forever, like since the beginning of IGN. You talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck is his name?
Altano? No, it's not Brian Altano.
Yeah, Brian Altano. Yeah, Altano, whatever.
No, not him.
Bro, I'm sitting there pretending it was him.
No, it got to be the other guy.
Jonathan Dornbush. He played the games. He was like the host, and I think Max Scoville was on there. Bro, yeah, they was like, yeah, God of War, Uncharted, never played. I was like, huh? I'm like, all right, bro, I can't watch this shit no more, dog. How are you a PlayStation centric pod? Like that really ticked me off, bro. Like even me, right? I don't know exactly. If you would ask me what 343, I don't know exactly, but I knew that name was tied into Halo. Like, ain't Coalition tied in with Gears too? Or am I tripping with that? I feel like they named after some shit that got something to do with the games they make. So even I knew that. Like, come on, bro, he tripping. He should have known. But see, this thing when you a grifter, bro, when you out here like not playing these games for real. Sometimes it's just better to fall back, bro. He didn't even have to say none of that. And people would have, you know what I mean? Like, you tripping, bro.
Yeah, politician. This would basically be the equivalent of like you're like a Nintendo guy and you didn't know like a certain, like you didn't know who like Bowser Jr. was.
You ain't never played a Mario, Zelda. You ain't never played a fucking Metroid. Like that's the equivalent of that. Like,
yeah, this might be like it might be like if. Like you a PlayStation fan and like in God of War, you didn't know who the Barbarian King was. Remember that guy from the first one? Like if you didn't know who he was, or if you didn't know who Kratos made a bargain with, I guess it would almost be something like that. But and so Xbox fans was on his ass. But Xbox fans, I watch Xbox IGN Unlocked podcast, and it's a 10 times way better podcast regardless than Beyond. That show fucking sucks. Like
it's not good no more.
Bro, that the people on the podcast are boring as fuck. They're just no and listen, I'm a boring nigga. So and I'm okay with it, but I got more personality than these dudes. That show is dry, it's boring. Like they just be saying some dumb shit. Like nobody watches that show. Nobody. Like the Xbox show is just way better with Ryan McCaffrey and Destin Legarie. Regardless of they say some dumb shit sometimes, they have an absolutely better show. So at least y'all got that.
They cooked over there, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm surprised they haven't done some changes on that podcast, like some of the personalities on there.
A lot of the likable people keep leaving. Like Marty left. He got caught up in some type of shit. I think Jonathan Dornbush left. Scott Lowe. Wasn't he on there, Scott Lowe?
What kind of shit?
He might have been. I think he was on like some Me Too movement type shit. I'm gonna tell you when IGN really fell off, in my opinion, is when Rev 3 Games closed down. When Rev 3 Games closed down and Max Scoville went to IGN, I feel like that's when they really started to fall the fuck off. Of course, when Greg and Colin left, it was over with. And they was still working with IGN. When they first left, they was still doing podcasts beyond. And it was just awkward, bro, because they didn't really work there no more and shit.
I see.
Bad, bro.
I don't have any particular feelings about Max Scoville, right? But and now that you say it, I remember that when he did go to IGN, that's when I kind of stopped watching. And I don't think I saw anything particularly about him that I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop watching. It's just like it was some type of domino effect where he went there and shit just got lame and boring.
He was likable on Rev 3 Games. Him and Tara and fucking Adam Sessler, Nick Robinson, they was likable on Rev 3 Games. Or Nick Robinson got canceled too for some Me Too movement shit. But yeah, bro, when he went to IGN, it just wasn't the same, bro. He
Adam
lame ass
Sessler and Rev 3. First of all, I just gotta say, I was right about Adam Sessler, you know, G4, Rev 3. Everything was going good until what happened? Somebody tell me what happened. That nigga lost his hair and went crazy.
Oh, okay.
There's a direct correlation with bald niggas and stupid shit and stupid takes in gaming. Like clockwork, the more he go look up Adam Sessler on G4. Full head of hair. The more and more he started losing hair. Why is BG's cat licking itself? Like, he need to get off the camera. Anyway, the more and more he started going bald, the worse it got.
They said
because he was like kind of like balding like around like what 2011, 2012. You saw it, and that was like before the first shutdown of G4.
Yeah, so, my theory is you know, like the UV rays are harmful to the brain, so like, you know, your hair like kind of like protects your brain and your scalp.
You think it's shit frying? You think it's
and then when you fucking go bald, like you go outside, and your fucking brain just fries because you don't.
It's like putting the egg on the sidewalk in the hot summer.
Oh, stop!
You know what they say? You know they say he was playing with his nose too. They say he might have, you know what I mean?
Man, you on that booger sugar?
Yeah, a little bit of that booger sugar. I mean, I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, he's just, you know, a frenetic, jittery guy. But the more he talk, I'm like, is this nigga hot right now? Like, he gotta be. The shit he's saying is crazy. Like,
yeah,
maybe, bro.
Yeah. What's going on with Xbox Cloud streaming? You could stream any game or some shit now?
Yeah, like so it's still not 100%, but I think as of November they are going to be allowing you to stream the games you own, right? Instead of there being like a curated list of games that are streamable, it should now include most of the games that you own. Which is good, because right now, like if any device you go on, they have to be like they have to, I guess, already be like approved, or there's like a select few games that are streamed. Some of them you might own, some of them are just games, select games that are in Game Pass. But we've been waiting for the opportunity to be all the games that we bought from the past. This consists of like 360 games, Xbox One games, and obviously current games. Some of those games, or most of them, should be available to stream. And this coincides with the new change that they just did with Google. Are now required to allow other.
What the fuck did you just say?
Your internet's going out, so that you probably didn't hear me correctly. But
yeah,
there was a law that passed.
I got you.
There was a law that passed. There was a law that passed that now says, like, you know, Google must allow, you know, people on Android to be able to sell games on their apps and whatnot. Or so now Xbox has the opportunity to do what they set out to do and pretty much allow people to buy games directly from the Xbox app, stream games directly for the Xbox app. They used to have to do some bullshit where you have to type in, go to the browser and try to get around that. But now they can do it directly from their app. So their app, this stuff has been ready on their end. They were waiting for these laws to pass. So now come November, the Xbox is going to get like this update. And people will be able to, you know, buy games, stream games, and play games directly from the Xbox app. And that's why the cloud thing was sort of a big deal, because it's happening at the same time as this mobile update. Apple, you're next.
All right, cool. All right, fire. All right. Oh yeah, and there was this thing about, there was a report that came out that said Xbox was leaving the Middle East, just like the U.S. So that was the initial report, right? And then I think Jez Corden, you know who he is, Windows Central, he addressed the rumors and said that his sources indicated that Xbox has no plans to officially exit the regions in the Middle East. And then I believe on Twitter, I didn't understand the whole exchange, but I think there's a journalist from the Middle East who corrected Jez and kind of said it's true. And then Jez replied and said, no, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. And apparently the dude was right. And then Jez apologized to him. I think that's what happened.
So before anybody say anything, right? This podcast get a lot of flack for spreading misinformation, never knowing what the fuck we talking about, research, hashtag research. Why is it that Jez Gordon, this dude is constantly fucking wrong, constantly, and he always uses the facade or the scapegoat. Well, my notable sources say, no, my nigga, you pulling this shit out your ass, and you constantly wrong, and don't nobody never get this dude the same flack we get. Why ain't y'all on this dude ass? Cause this nigga work for Windows Central. You work for Windows, and you're always wrong, my nigga. And don't nobody say shit. This shit be pissing me off, bro. Let us misspeak one time. Niggas on our ass for weeks. They'll never let us forget it. This nigga is always wrong. Wasn't he just wrong about when Phil Spencer said only 4 games coming or some shit like that? It was something he was wrong about.
He was wrong about all the recent stuff that Xbox, all the rumors that came out that they said Xbox was going to do. He said Xbox is not doing that, and he was wrong about all of it. Yeah.
If he don't break the story, he say it's incorrect. That ain't what his sources say. And every story he breaks, he's always fucking wrong. And don't nobody say shit to this dude. Why does this dude have a platform, bro? I don't never call for nobody to lose their bag and get fired, but why? Why?
You know what people were calling him? They were calling that nigga the Dave Meltzer of fucking video games.
This shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he did have a good track record prior to like a year ago. I would say most of the stuff he said was right. But when it came to like the stuff of like where Xbox is completely changing their strategy and their philosophy, when it came to anything like that, he denied it happened. And it seemed like it's because he let his bias, because he didn't want those things to happen. So he kind of confirmed on those biases to come out and say, "Oh, none of this is true." He doubled down on the Xbox games not going to PlayStation hard. I remember he doubled down. He's like, "This is utterly ridiculous. Nothing like this is happening."
Yeah.
Then that shit happened.
Yeah, when the Indiana Jones brought up.
He's a fucking cornball. I said what I said. And talking about shooting, he usually right. That nigga's the Ben Simmons of fucking game journalists, nigga. Man. That's what type of percentage he's shooting right now, nigga. We see him in the offseason working on his 3-pointer, nigga. When the regular season come, he ain't playing. His back hurt, okay? Fuck are y'all talking about? I just want to see the same energy, bro. Y'all be hoisting this man up, everything he fucking say, according to Windows Central, this, according to get this nigga the same energy y'all give us, bro. That's all I'm asking, man. God damn, bro.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see it, Jack.
Of course not.
So Xbox, I don't know, like I said, I don't know the full story, but in some capacity, Xbox seems to be deserting the Middle East.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of crazy, because they're like, I mean, they have no stronghold in anywhere besides America, and even then they're not dominating.
I mean, if it ain't selling over there, why stay over there? Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the only thing in defense of this move, like, again, if it's not selling there, then you know, cut your losses and whatnot. Xbox is always going to be second, third fiddle, fourth fiddle in some of these regions, and they won't exist. So people's getting what they want to Xbox for not to exist in certain places. The reason why they could do it, and if they get their way, they got their way with Google, and then with Apple, and they could just sort of still get to those people by other means, and that's PC, mobile, and cloud. And in that case, I mean, you really can't argue. So
yeah, yeah, can't say it's all this conceding they doing is a good thing. It's not.
It's horrible.
It's not a good thing. They just waving the white flag, and when you wave the white flag for anybody else to just do whatever the fuck they want, y'all know what they gonna do. All right, Red Dead, the original Red Dead Redemption game, finally coming to PC. I think it's already out. Is it?
No.
No?
I don't think
No,
so.
it shouldn't. No, it comes out in I think around the same time as that Horizon remaster.
Oh,
Y'all had to wait. Y'all had to wait
21st?
14 years. Y'all had to wait. That's crazy. How you feeling, BG?
What? I mean, I beat the game. What are you telling me? I beat the game back on
14 years is
PS3.
crazy, bro.
I beat the game on PS3, sir. What's funny is, according to, I think I saw this on Twitter, according to Digital Foundry, like Red Dead was almost an Xbox 360 exclusive. Like Rockstar, yeah, I guess so. Rockstar didn't start making a version for PS3 up until like very far to the almost the end of development, something like that. So that it was almost an exclusive.
That would have been crazy, and that came out the same day as the original Alan Wake too. That was also exclusive to Xbox at the time. So they would have been fucking cooking back there, bro.
Yeah,
that would have been crazy. That would have definitely been crazy.
Talk about a fall from grace, man. My goodness, man.
Spider-Man, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead. What wasn't supposed to be an Xbox exclusive, Doug?
Yeah, they fumbled a lot of deals.
Yeah, a lot of stuff
they
was.
definitely did.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why, obviously, I mean, amongst a bunch of other games, the PS3 version was obviously the worst version, as a bunch of stuff was. It's $50, comes out at the end of October, I believe it is.
I still got my copy of that game.
Yeah. So it does require a third-party sign-in to Rockstar shit. Didn't see too many people crying about that. Is what it is.
Rockstar, they'll get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna pick it up at launch. I'll pick it up eventually, though.
4K, you ain't fucking with that, BG?
Oh, absolutely. And it has ultra wide support. I'm gonna buy it again.
I want to get it on PS. Well, it's PS4 technically, but I want to get it again. I just don't feel like replaying the game right now. There's a lot in that game, but that game long as shit.
This is finally a remake, not a port, or what is this?
Just a port.
It's like a remaster.
Yeah, it's a port.
Yeah, definitive edition. Yeah.
All that.
You seen it though, right, bud? You seen it before though, right? That shit beautiful, bro. Look crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll pick that up down the line. Speaking of definitive editions,
and Dr. Trey in the chat?
Yeah, shout out to Trey. Trey is actually the one person. There's not a lot of people. There's just like maybe like 2-3 people that I'm still trying to get on Weapon Wheel. Nobody else, right, as a guess. Trey's still one of them. I don't think he gonna do it, but he's one of them.
I think he will do it when the Switch 2 comes out.
That'll be perfect.
No.
That'll be perfect. One of y'all hit up Trey. Tell him come on for the first week when the Switch 2 come out.
He definitely ain't trying to talk to Bond. I know that for a fact.
Me and him haven't had beef in a long time.
But I don't think he's trying to rap with you.
His last 2 videos, I actually retweeted, liked, watched, enjoyed, and commented on.
Yeah, like
he just won't be on this podcast.
There ain't no way he's still like mad or don't want to fuck with Bond over that. That was a long time ago. That shit is old.
Me and him have been cordial for.
No, because you flagged him, BG.
Oh well, that's light. That's okay.
He ain't fucking with
that's
that.
light. That ain't nothing.
You think so?
If you don't come on, it ain't gonna be because of me. It's gonna be because of BG. You right.
There you go.
That ain't no big deal. I'm sure he's over that. Hit him up. I'm sure he's past.
Why don't you hit him up? Why you can't hit him up?
No, you. Somebody more. Somebody more mutual in the middle ground. Got to hit him up. Jazzy, hit him up.
Oh shit! I can ask him. I don't think
that's your job, BG.
I can ask him. I don't think he's going.
Ask him. Tell. We got to give him plenty of time to plan. Tell him when the Switch 2 comes out, the first week after. Tell him to come on the podcast. That's when we want him.
Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna ask him right
You'll
now.
probably have to do something for him to get on though.
He gonna say. I already know what he gonna say. He gonna say I'm good. Hold on, I'm finna DM him right now if I can. Let me see.
Man,
where he at?
Trey don't duck, bro. all that other shit is in the past, bro. We passed that. We grown men now. All that stuff is old.
DMs, but I'm just got to tweet them, bro.
Trey, shout out to 10K subs, by the way.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Trey finally hit 10K subs?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, I was saying Hogwarts Legacy Definitive Edition is leaked. It's gonna have 10 to 15 hours of more additional content, new story quests, side quests, activities, outfits. It's coming out 2025. Will also be sold as DLC for existing owners, and then a separate edition that's gonna have everything. I will not be buying the DLC. I enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy, but it's one of those. It's probably more of a Ubisoft game than most Ubisoft games now, where they just jam packed the most annoying type of content that you don't want to do. All the activities are a pain. They're not fun. They don't reward you well for doing none of the shit. I remember I beat that game, right? And I remember I did one of the most elaborate quest lines ever. I did some crazy, like you had to collect something wild, and it was mad of them. And these niggas gave me a shirt. Nigga, I was tight. They gave me a shirt, bro. I'm talking about this quest line was stupid long. I was like, no.
Yeah.
They give you hands?
Yeah, pretty much. Like I was like, nah. They need a really overhaul. Like when Hogwarts Legacy 2 come out, they got to overhaul that, just all the activities, how many of them, because it's just too much shit going on in that map. It's too much busy work and it's not fun. So, all right,
So,
let me see. What happened, Jesse?
So they're pretty much that's going to be like the fact that version they actually sell going forward when that comes out, as opposed to the original version that we got right now.
Probably, I guess. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, let me see what else.
Or they're gearing up for that PS5 Pro patch. Huh?
That's coming too. You're right.
But isn't that already a game that's already patched for the PS4 Pro? That's one of the games they've been utilizing to show off the PS5 Pro.
Yeah, the Pro patch is gonna come out when the Pro launches. Yeah, that's true. I guess let me do some super chats. Let's see what the people saying. All right, Cody Bishop, BG PS5 Pro gang reporting in. Yes, sir. Salute to you too, sir. Jack gonna be part of the squad. He know it. He ducking right now, but you know.
No, he's not. He's not.
Isaac Desinitz. Isaac. Whoa. Did he get me?
Well,
Isaac
These nuts.
Oh, Isaac Isaac these nits. It was shaky.
Yeah, so you suck nuts, BG? That's crazy. He got you, bro.
Okay. That one didn't roll. That one didn't roll.
Oh, you want the I suck these nuts to roll off your tongue.
All right, see what you did?
That's crazy, BG.
Anyway, he said hit that like button. Thank you, sir. War Machine Guy, BG, I'm expecting you to slander DBZ today. Hardcore, like the way you slander Sonic. So many DBZ dick eaters on Twitter, Facebook, and IGN got attacked. Oh, by the way, I don't know who yet, but we gonna need, when we talk about these gaming topics, we gonna need somebody from the Discord to come in and talk about, because I know nobody in here played DBZ. I know nobody did.
That story mode looks bare bones as shit.
So we gonna need somebody for DBZ.
I got it. I intend to play it, but I've been too busy with like playing Metaphor.
Yeah, I know none of us played Silent Hill, so we gonna need somebody to talk about that too. Hey man, y'all play games? I don't know if we could say we play games this week. They might got us.
You can't say that about me, sir.
They know I've been said I'm not buying no Silent Hill.
I'm playing 3 new games this week. That's not the shit y'all talking about.
Oh, you always playing some shit in the cut in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I just got back to gaming a little bit this week. 2 games I'm working on is Shattered Space DLC and Metaphor.
Yeah, we've been playing about Shattered Space.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get to those games. Michael West, BG don't play horror games. That's not Resident Evil. That's not true, sir. I played Outlast. I played Evil Within. I played what other horror games are there out there that I'm not thinking of?
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
What think of Dead Space? Platinum several of these also, by the way. Callisto Protocol also beat that. I would say I play most horror games actually, sir. Oh yeah, you can't say that about me. It's just Silent Hill I'm not playing. And maybe I might pick that up when it's super cheap. Maybe I'll give it a chance. And listen, we gonna get to it. I'm shocked at the score it got. I was completely shocked by it. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Diddy Committee said love new Halo being made.
Crazy.
Yeah, the Diddy Committee love new Halo being made by a Concord character. Oh, y'all messy.
No.
Y'all messy.
She's not making a game. She's just in charge of staffing, which is still a bit questionable considering she has impact on who gets the job and who's working on a game. I mean, so I'm not mad at anyone, feeling some type of way about that because historically, people, in their decisions in hiring, there's some bias there, But I will say, those type of folks are very creative and they make some graphically good-looking games. Just ask Naughty Dog. So,
JMG, the game night was dope. Love the stream. Did you know IGN gave one of the best games this year, Dragon Ball, the same score as Concord? Yeah, I saw some people were mad about that.
Why are people upset about it? First of all, they're two different games, two different genres, and two different reviewers. You can't just it makes no sense. You can't just wipe that as a broad brush. Like, let's be real. Like the fighting games this year between like Tekken, like a Street Fighter, like fighting games have been really good recently. First-person shooters have not.
Yeah. Now you may not agree with it. You may not agree with it. But the way reviews works is when like two games get a 7, they're not actually saying both of those games are equal to each other, right? Because they're not comparing the games to each other. So even if one game gets an 8 and the other game gets a 7, they're not even actually saying the game with a 8 is better. They're just judging the game on its own merits as if it's in a vacuum. Whether or not you agree with that is, another story. But that's how they view it. They don't compare the games to each other, especially if they're different genres. What you were saying, Jazzy?
I was about to say, I don't think people are making a mountain out of a handhill, to be honest about that, because it's like,
they
okay.
are.
Okay. Same old 23. So that's what the country sounding motherfucker looks like. Remember when Smooth asked that when Jazzy said he was subconsciously mentally ill?
Fire.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. All right, few more. S Blanks in 95. So is Jazzy taking Blandrew's spot as the Nintendo guy? Streets is dudes in the Discord think Jazzy handsome.
Wait, I thought we were trying to get Shokyo on there. What happened?
Shokyo don't show up for nothing.
Did you even ask him? Or are you afraid to get jumped?
Never afraid to get jumped. I love having conversations.
Shokyo's looking for like the #1 headband because he's the Afro Samurai now. You see him in this last video.
Oh, I saw him. He wasn't saying anything different than me and Blandrew been saying.
I don't know what Blandrew is doing. Blandrew does what he wants. Listen, he said he's taking a step back to focus on being creative and making videos, which means we might get a Blandrew video in about 6 months. He does this every single time.
Like trying to do something for like a 7-month.
Yeah.
He said he was working on like the script or something like that, but
yeah, I'm sorry, Blandrew. Listen, Blandrew, love you to death, my guy, but when you say you're gonna do something, I don't believe nothing you say. Like, you are literally, we've said it over and over again, you that father who said, I'm gonna be right back. I'm just getting a pack of cigarettes, and we never hear from you again. You've been that guy at least 5 times.
Like Fresh Prince.
So we don't believe you, my brother.
I'll be right back, Will.
Yeah. Hindsight will hustle. Shout out to Jazzy for inspiring me to work out again.
Jeez.
You like
I mean,
your
I
muscles,
have to
Jazzy?
say fit because I'm in the Navy. That's why.
Okay. You think you can win a fight with Jack?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
man, I wouldn't fight Jazz. That's like my brother, man. I have to shoot his bitch ass.
What?
What? I ain't fighting that little muscle head ass nigga. I'm gonna shoot you that way.
So when I say that, y'all say,
Go to the funeral like G Money looking for the killer. Who the fuck did this? Damn. Shot his face off. That's fucked up, man. That was my boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Golden Joystick Awards. They announced the nominees for the Golden Joystick Awards and all the categories. I'm gonna go through these real quick. Best Storytelling: 1000 X Resist, MEO: The Smiling Man, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Tactical Breach Wizards. That's best storytelling.
Bro, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of it.
I've heard of one of them games.
Best multiplayer game: Abiotic Factor, EA Sports College Football 25, Helldivers 2, Sons of the Forest, Tekken 8, and the Finals. Best Visual Design: Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Harold Halibut, Metaphor Refantazio, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Okay.
I've never heard anybody call it 40,000.
Yeah, 40, you're right. Most people say 40K.
40K.
Yeah.
40K, man. What you doing?
Best indie game, the Jack category. I'm really a hater because I only know 2 of these games, but they have like 10 games in this category. Like almost 10. Animal Well, Arco, Balatro, Beyond Galaxyland, Conscript, Indica, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Thank Goodness You're Here, The Plucky Squire, and Ultros.
Yeah, I've only heard about 4 of those games.
Balarto is like that card game.
Yeah.
And did you say Crow Country?
No, he didn't say that one.
No.
Oh, that's not in there? Okay.
Animal Well, that's Donkey, right? Video game Donkey. He
Yeah,
made
that was the indie game that Donkey's associated with.
Yep.
Still Playing Award, which is just like the continued multiplayer. Yeah, the ongoing game award. Apex Legends, Counter-Strike 2, EA Sports FC, Dota 2, Fortnite, GTA Online, Minecraft, Naraka Blade Point, Roblox, Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, and Warframe. I don't know why they have so many nominees in these categories. This was mad games. They have like 10 games in some of these categories. That's not really. You just include everybody. Everybody doesn't need to be included. Let's see. Studio of the Year: 11-Bit Studios, Arrowhead Games, Capcom, Digital Eclipse, Team Asobi, and Visual Concepts.
Visual Concepts, that's crazy.
Best Game Expansion: Alan Wake 2, Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and World of Warcraft for each of those expansions. Best Audio Design: Astrobot, Balatro, RoboBeat, Hellblade 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Still Wakes the Deep. Best Soundtrack: A Highland Song, Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Haunty, Silent Hill 2, and Shin Megami Tensei 5. All right. Let's see. Best Lead Performer: Cody Christian is Cloud, Keiji Tang as Ichiban Kasuga in Like a Dragon, Humberly Gonzalez as Kay Vess in Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Robert as James Sutherland in Silent Hill 2, Melina Juergens as Senua in Hellblade 2, Soniqua Martin Green as Alvida in Asgard's Wrath 2. All right, I'm going to skip Best Supporting Performer. PC Game of the Year: Animal Well, Balatro, Frostpunk 2, Satisfactory, Tactical Breach Wizards, and UFO 50. Best Console Game: Astrobot, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Helldivers 2, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, and Echoes of Wisdom. Best Early Access Game, Enshrouded, Deep Rock Galactic, Hades 2, Manor Lords, Lethal Company, and Power World. And best gaming hardware, we can skip that. Those are the nominees.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like a bunch of like PC gaming handhelds.
Yes, like what? They have they have the 4070 nominated. It's like, bro, I'm not reading that category. What the fuck? So random.
Doesn't Smooth have a 4070? He was complaining about it.
He wanted to sell it.
You muted, Smooth. You muted.
It's a come up. I mean, I haven't used the 4070 yet.
Why not?
Because I know once I got it in my hands, I was like, hey, I could sell this and probably get what I want, the 4080 or 4090. That along with my 3070 Ti.
Ain't the 4090 not worth it like that?
I mean, I don't want to spend real money on it, but I'm hoping I can use it as trade bait.
Use the 4070 and just sell the 3070.
Yeah, but I was like, I really want just to go up a little bit more. Like,
and that's why I said 4080 Super if you really want to. And just sell the other two.
Niggas just chasing.
Ain't they about to announce new cars too, though, Smooth?
Yeah, but I'm not like, I don't like the 50 series.
Okay, so look, how about this? Use what you got right now. When you announce the new cars, flip them to get a new one.
Okay. Which program lets you do a trade-in? Is it Newegg or is it Micro Center or something like that?
No, it's fucking Twitter.
You'll be better off selling them on eBay or something, or Twitter or something. You'll be better off doing that.
Okay.
Do it to where they can't charge you back, though. Do it to where
series, do they come out? Do they come out at the top of the year, or do they come out like?
I don't know when they're coming out. They haven't.
No, but historically, when they do come out, are these?
I don't know when they come out.
It's historically though. Like, isn't there like a trend when they come out?
Media does whatever the fuck they want.
There was one, but they've been off schedule for a while now. So, but I think the rumor is spring of next year for the 50 series. That's
what game were you? What game out there needs even more than a 4070?
I'm
playing on a 4-year-old 3080, and I'm playing in 4K.
You heard the games they just announced for PC Game of the Year? They were saying Animal Well and Balatro and them hoes are straight
Solitaire.
Pixel art, yeah, them hoes straight pixel art, dog.
Minesweeper, graphically intensive shit.
BG Smooth trying to gold chain on the PC. What going on, Smooth? This shit crazy.
Hey man, if Xbox is pulling out of Africa, it won't be soon. They'll be pulling out of America.
Pulling out of Africa sounds crazy. They pulling out of Africa. They gave up. Gave up on Africa. Fuck. Jazzy, what's going on with this Nintendo Online playtest? What's the shit about? What they testing?
We don't know about it yet. It's just like it's like 10,000 people can like sign up for it, and then the minute it went up, I tried to sign up for it, but I couldn't get in. It was already too late. But because I don't have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, I wasn't gonna get in probably anyway. So we'll probably see how it is later when people actually talk about it later on this month. So we'll see.
Maybe some improvements coming to Switch 2.
No, I was hoping it would be like more like a Miiverse, since Twitter, you can't use it for any of the consoles anymore. So I feel like that's going to be what they do, but we'll see. We have no definitive like set in stone proof yet, but we just don't know because it's going to be for the playtest. Is going to be for on this actual Switch itself. So we'll see.
All right, cool. Smooth, you want to talk about Shattered Space?
All right, yeah, Shattered Space, which is getting like rough reception, but it's an expansion by Bethesda for Starfield. Takes place on a completely different planet, whatever. It's about a sort of like cult whose people are trying to like who they worship this thing called like the Great Serpent. The area is very the color is like very like this consistent theme of the game is more so the color is very like reddish purplish. There's new creatures that's in a game where I forget what they call it, but it's like almost like a virus or so that's taken over and turning the people and animals to this shadowy figure. You got to find out what's going on. I can't tell you exactly what's going on because I haven't completed the expansion yet. But pretty much all the expansion is you pretty much doing these tasks for these 3 houses. They all provide you with like missions, very Far Cry-esque, provide you with missions. You're gonna be tasked to, make a decision on how you want to handle these things. The biggest critiques of these is that there is companions, but they're not strong companions. They're really dedicated to the area, and they don't really add to the experience. As far as if you like Starfield and just wanted more Starfield, like there's people obviously that 100% completed the base game and did all the factions and did all the stuff through the base game. If you like that, if you like the gameplay loop of Starfield, which I actually do, it is worth playing. But so far, if I had to compare this expansion to anything that's already existed in the game, I think it would be sort of middle of the pack, because in the base game you got you did the Freestar Collective, you did the USC, you did the Crimson Dawn, and like some of those factions had like better quests. Me personally, I enjoyed my time with the Freestar Collective and the Crimson. I felt like they had like the best quests, and you got like the best gifts when you completed it. I feel like this would be more so on a lower tier, which is not the greatest, being that it is an expansion. It isn't too long, based on what I can tell. I think there's reported hours of like 6 to 10 hours. It is an expansion that costs $30. So I played longer expansions with Dead Island 2 that, and their expansions were like $10 each. But if you enjoy Starfield, it's good. If you didn't enjoy Starfield, it's not going to make you change your mind. I think the biggest thing about this expansion is not really the expansion itself. It's really all the updates they made to the game, the changes they made to the game that help the expansion becomes better, and that helps the overall game become better, because you have like the Land Rover, the vehicle that's a part of the game. You do, if you're on console, have better performance. The game did get a visual upgrade. There's better navigation. There's better map detail. The game, there's a lot more quality of life things added to the game that wasn't available the first time we played the game. So people going into it now, they should have a better experience, especially people who haven't touched the game at all. Going into this version of Starfield, it is a better game than what it was at launch. The expansion, like I said, doesn't do anything too dramatic. It just adds more content. And because I liked Starfield, the base game, I don't mind the expansion. It's nothing comparable to, I guess, I'm not the biggest Bethesda fan, never have been, but from what I hear, the stuff that they did with Fallout, stuff that they did with like the Elder Scrolls games, they had much better expansions that were more meaningful to the core experience. From what I'm experiencing, this isn't like something that's transformative. It's more of like just additive. It's just like really just more Starfield, something that probably could have fell into the middle of the base game and whatnot. But it's cool. It's cool.
All right. Shout out to Starfield.
Crazy how Smooth is a Bethesda fan now.
I am not a Bethesda fan. I just like Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I tried going to Fallout and Elder Scrolls after playing Starfield. It just doesn't work. Stop.
What was that?
The dog. Dog said Starfield is bullshit. Man. So okay, Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 remastered has been announced, coming to I think all platforms. Not Switch.
Yeah. No, it's coming to Switch as well.
Oh, it is coming to Switch. Okay, my bad. The Last Revelation, Chronicles, and Angel of Darkness, all coming remastered. I never played Angel of Darkness. I played and beat Revelation and Chronicles. I think Angel of Darkness was the first one where they had switched developers or something, or maybe I'm wrong on that. It was something drastically different about Angel of Darkness, and I know I just never played it. So maybe I might want to play that.
Smooth. Then we have a bet when the next Tomb Raider Perfect Dark comes out.
Yeah, but these don't count. These are like classic remasters. This isn't a new Tomb Raider game. This isn't like Black Bond of the Tomb Raider. No, these are
What of the what?
This isn't like a Black Bond of the Tomb Raider. That's the series, whatever new series that they come out with, the fourth one. This doesn't count essentially.
I don't know.
Okay. But I haven't played any of these games. So were these like Dreamcast based games or what?
PS2.
They were on PS2.
They were PS2?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last revelation. Yeah, PS2. Okay.
Laura actually looks good. I don't know what frumpy mess she looks like now.
Oh no, last Liberation was on the PS1.
See, that's what I was trying to think. I was like, was that because Chronicles eventually? Okay, Angel of Darkness might have been the first one on PS2 then. Yeah, maybe that was it. I can't remember the first one that was on PS2. But all right, let me see, which one of these games should we talk about? Because I think we did all the other. Oh, actually, Halo. Let's talk about Halo first. This was announced last week when we were having the game night. So Halo is getting a third-person mode, and they are changing the name from 343 Industries to Halo Studios, and it's got a funky new logo now. And they are officially moving. They're abandoning the slip space engine, grand opening, grand closing. I don't know if I've ever seen an engine get abandoned that fast, because they created the slip space engine specifically for Halo Infinite, if I remember correctly. Yep. And just off of one game, they're like, yeah, we done with that shit.
To be fair, like they oversold slip space. Slip space it was just honestly an upgrade to the existing engine that powered the original Halos. They tried to pull the fugazi on us. So slip space isn't too much new. They gave it a name, but it was originally the engine that powered the previous Halos and Destiny.
Okay, cool. So they're moving to Unreal Engine 5.
Quick question, BG, is Destiny still in slip space, or is that on Unreal?
I have no idea. I don't know what Destiny uses.
Somebody look that up in the chat. Curious.
Let me see what engine.
I know Destiny isn't on Unreal. It's on whatever engine that powered Halo before they renamed it to slip space.
Destiny 2 uses the Tiger engine, which is a modified version of Blam.
Blam, yeah.
An engine that was also a modified
version of Slip.
Yeah, it says it was the engine also used in the first Destiny and most Halo games. So yeah, I guess it is a modified version of that or previous Halo engines.
Developers using these jank ass engines, like whatever the fuck the one Helldivers is using as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's moving to Unreal Engine 5, which it has some. They created like a mock-up of what it would look like and renders, and I think people were judging it a little bit too harshly because this is just an early render just to get like an idea of what the game would look like, and some people were judging this like it was the final version. I'm like, y'all are being a little bit too harsh. But Unreal Engine does have its issues, like with frame pacing and stutters and stuff like that, so that concern is understandable, but I still think it's a good move, even though the engine isn't the biggest problem with Halo. But I think all these changes, I think that if this change is indicative of more changes to come, I ain't mad at it.
I don't know about this third person mode, man. Like, it's funny how Halo didn't want to do a battle royale mode because we're Halo. We don't copy or subscribe to trends. And all of a sudden, now the damn game looks like fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, in third person, it doesn't look natural because obviously it wasn't designed for it. I'm down to try it out, but I don't know
originally,
how I feel.
Just on some history, but originally Halo was going to be a third person game.
Oh, so they made a mistake.
It was a third person game on Macintosh.
Yeah, and then
kept it that way.
Now, there is some things that do make Halo potentially work in third person is because the game does change its positions based on what you're doing. You get into a vehicle, it goes into third person. If you pick up a heavy, it goes into third person. So it's just them like almost pretty much doing a permanent fix on it. Now, I don't know how natural it's going to feel. Do they adjust the controls a little bit to make it feel more natural? But it shouldn't be too much of a difference considering they had those moments with the game that lasted, you know, throughout the existence of Halo, where the game went into third person, depending on what you did, getting on turrets, getting into mechs, getting into vehicles, and certain heavies and whatnot.
Okay.
Blasphemous.
So Bond, I guess, you know, your name was Halo in college. How do you feel about, you know, that you kept on calling them 043, so they changed their name and they trying to change their future? What you think, man?
You know, the crazy thing is they probably changed their name because of me, because we're gonna call them 045 Studios, 044 Studios, 043 Studios. So like, I don't know where they go with Halo. Again, my opinion of Halo has always been Master Chief shouldn't have come back after Halo 3. They should have built up other new characters, and then maybe Halo like 5 or 6 or 7, some crazy shit happens, then the Chief comes back. Like, he needed a break after 3. That was my opinion. But, you know, the Halo gameplay is always going to be good. That's never going to be the problem because the gameplay is just good. Like, any developer could literally copy-paste it. They did it with Destiny. But as far as story, gameplay, worlds, like, Infinite was wild because, like, just landing on the world in general, I was like, vehicles can't work in this world. And you never really got to use any vehicles outside of flying vehicles because you would just hit any little pebble, stump, tree, and just not be able to move. So, another thing about Halo is, I mean, look, in the year 2024 or 2020, whatever you want to call it, content is king. And you cannot release a Halo game that has less content than prior Halo games and have no plan to timely release content in the future. So, started out pretty decently. We had hoped content would come out. It did not, and it suffered. And remember, this was after a year delay. So if that game would have came out when it was supposed to come out, oh my god. I don't see this changing anything though. Like,
yeah, it changes quite a few things. For the most part, all right. So the Halo Studios, I'm happy for the name change. Bond will find a new name for them, especially with the new hire. He's going to start with the G.
I already found a new name for it.
So
just put the G, take out the H, put in the GA.
Yeah. So you got that. The Unreal Engine. The Unreal Engine thing is both good and concerning a little bit. You know, it's good because that means anybody can work on Halo. They can hire anyone who doesn't have any experience with the Unreal Engine. The game has potential to look a fuck ton better considering what they showed off. You know, obviously I know that's not a real game, but we kind of seen Unreal Engine 5 in practice, and you know, there's a world difference of visual quality, and seeing what Halo could potentially look like in that it does get its deserved upgrade that is needed. The other thing is it does allow for development to go along quicker, onboarding for the game. You don't have to, we know that Halo Studios 343 use a lot of contractors, and most of that time is spent trying to train them on like Slipspace because nobody know how to use it. Now, if they're using Unreal, they're onboarding people that knows how to work with Unreal. So that's going to help with recruiting. It's going to help with recruiting. It's going to help with development time. And then obviously, you know, with Xbox going third party, it can help them, you know, obviously port the games to PlayStation and whatever, or wherever they decide to put Halo. So, yeah, I think it is a good thing. And they said they made it apparent that they're working on multiple Halo titles. So, And I guess being on Unreal Engine, you kind of had the flexibility to do different things, since a lot of people coming in have experience with, third person games, with first person games, with RTSs, RPGs, whatever. It allows them to do that. So looking forward to it. I'm not the biggest fan of these projects, these aspirations that's going to happen like years and years down the line, because it just does nothing for me. However, I do think that with this, with them showing off this, by next summer they do show off Combat Evolve Remake running on UE5, and then that will probably be launching in 2026 with like the new Xbox and whatever's coming out that year.
What platforms do you think that launches on?
I think by default it launches on the series consoles, and the next generation Xbox is going to be the launch of the next Xbox. And I think, the way Xbox moves, because they don't move with no sense, it will be like a PS5 game as well. They'll just heavily market it as like launching on the new gen, but it will be like a game that goes everywhere.
Okay. Because
what way you're not going to make it Halo fucking Infinite 2 or a Halo 7. It's got to be a game you reboot to invite everyone back to reintroduce the series to a whole new audience. So that's why I get scared with Gears of War E-Day. A prequel. You technically don't have to introduce people into a Gear 7. If you go all the way back to the beginning, you can put it anywhere.
I don't understand the whole E-Day thing. I don't mind it, but they should have came out with Gears 6 and finished the trilogy, then come out with E-Day. It kind of makes no sense to do Gears 4, 5, then do E-Day, and then come back. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but I think what happens is that it's fatigue. And people, some people are already like sick of like, Kate, you kind of have to read the room and read the climate of everything, especially in this climate where we are with, how games are being looked at, how they're being judged, or like, is this DEI, like, the case to lead and all this other stuff. Is reading the room. So essentially it's like, all right, put a pause on this, give a break. We fucked up on how we ended Gears 5. So let's go back, take a break, right? And bring people back to the classic Gears. So I understand the concept, because I think it's more so for fatigue. Doing a Gears 5, no matter how great it is, I feel like there's a ceiling on Gears and the new generation of Gears. I think there's a ceiling there, and it won't exceed what the original trilogy does. At least E-Day could hit heights of the original game just on nostalgia alone. I think they're avoiding harsh realities. They're avoiding certain criticisms that like people won't bring to this game that they will bring to a Gear 6 to close out the Kate chapter.
I don't think Kate's the problem. I mean, Gears, I'm not the biggest fan, but Baird, Cole, Marcus, Dom. I don't know any of the niggas in the new games outside of Kate.
Kate, JD, and
the black guy, and there's Marcus's son. That's all I know.
And then there's the robot.
Do you think that them giving you a choice on who dies at the end of last Gears?
Yes, it's a mistake.
I think that adds to them not doing a sequel.
It's definitely a mistake.
The fact that they,
I mean, because like even with other games where they gave you the choice, like
Ghost, Last Infamous.
You take Infamous 2. They, even though they made a third Infamous, they had to kind of abandon the character, Cole,
Ghost of Tsushima,
and go with a different and go with a completely different path, because it's like you're almost saying, hey, you made a choice, we made this whole build up to you making a choice, and the choice don't even fucking matter because we're gonna pick one for you.
Yep.
Oh shit, they almost got that nigga again. Third attempt to get this man.
Trump, they shooting at him again?
Yeah, third assassination attempt.
Are you serious?
Well,
yep.
That nigga need to stay inside, bro.
Man, I ain't gonna even say what I'm thinking.
Like I said, if he wins, he ain't gonna make it 2 years. They don't get him.
Yeah, it seemed like they really trying to kill Buddy. What the fuck? I need to look that up.
How this man must got that domino effect on him for 3 people to miss. Anyway, Nintendo shut down another popular Switch emulator.
Hold up. Let me get in here, BG.
What's the name
I
of it?
was told that Nintendo couldn't shut these people down.
By our
They have no
favorite
legal footage.
legal analyst, Bless Red.
Yep. And by other people in the Discord. And you see, here's the funny thing. Even if Nintendo doesn't have legal recourse, they'll still find a way. They showed up with a bag to this motherfucker's house, apparently, and said, you can take this money, or you can go to court and we gonna bleed your ass to death. So take this money, walk away, don't look back, or we'll see you in court and we gonna bleed you out.
Yeah.
So he took the bag.
So
Who was it?
it says Nintendo has taken out another popular Nintendo Switch emulator as its war on emulation continues on all fronts. According to the social media account for the platform, Ryujinx emulator has been shut down after the developer was offered an agreement by Nintendo. Yesterday, he said he was contacted by Nintendo and offered an agreement to stop working on the project, remove the organization and all related assets he's in control of. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if he decided what he's going to do. If he was smart, he would take the offer.
No, he already took the offer.
Oh, he did? Okay,
Like,
fire.
No, if the mob shows up to your crib and says, here's $1 million to shut it down or else, what you doing? They roll up right now. They offer you $2 million to shut down Weapon Wheel or tell you you're going to have some problems. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to need Jack to understand.
I read up on that, and apparently, because we didn't know beforehand, like if Nintendo actually paid them to take it down yet or not. But then it come out like one of the people involved with the emulator, they said it was like a cease and desist from Nintendo, so it wasn't like they were going to like pay them to take it down. So
okay, well,
like they compensate them to make it a quick and easy transition, from what I've heard.
not making you homeless is a good deal.
Cease and desist.
Yeah.
Hey, we won't make you homeless if you take it down. All right.
I mean, I was telling the Discord, even if Nintendo had offered $1, that's a W, because you didn't go to jail or lose all the money in your life. That's probably the only time Nintendo lost $1 to somebody in a legal matter. If you got $1 off of Nintendo and survived, like, that's a W.
You're about the dude that's going against Nintendo without a lawyer.
Oh, yeah. That dumbass.
Oh yeah, who was that? What did he make?
He was making Switch mod chips. He got a cease and desist, and that nigga's like, you know what? I'm gonna uncease and desist and keep making shit.
I think people who go against Nintendo be bored. I honestly think that is because y'all know y'all not gonna win, and I think they just be bored. Like it's very similar, and they just want to go against the system. It's very similar to how I think they all think the same. Like Bless Red, like he has no real reason why he pirates Nintendo games. I think he's just bored, and he's like, oh, I want to go against the grain and fight the power, so I'm just gonna fuck with Nintendo. I think that's how they all think.
No, he doesn't. He just wants to play Nintendo games, but he just wants to brag about actually stealing them.
Or maybe that nigga's just broke.
Possibility. Yo, Bless Red, you broke? Let us know, brother. We here for you. All right.
I don't think it's a broke thing, but it's just they just want to. They still want to play Nintendo games. Don't get it twisted. It's just, and what did them in, because remember the newest Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom, it leaked out from that emulator like about 2 weeks before it actually hit street date. So
yeah. All right.
But preservation, right?
Yeah. All right. Getting to the games that came out. Let's get this out the way first. Until Dawn came out. Didn't hear good things about it, really. I would argue that this Until Dawn remake was more pointless than the Horizon remake. More pointless as in because I don't think a lot of people bought this game to begin with. Right? The original. And it is not one of those games that was so in demand that we needed a remake. Because I don't think I think even less people are going to buy this remake than people who bought the original. And granted, that may happen in a lot of games, right? But it's just like the first one didn't sell that much to begin with. So I just feel like this one is just extremely pointless. So apparently the performance on it is bad, which I don't know how you completely remake a game and the performance is worse than the first game. And I played the first game and I remember that performance being, pretty iffy. And it's been bad. It's been really bad press around this game. I don't know what it has on Metacritic. Let me take a look. And yeah, I'm a little bit biased. I've never been a fan of Until Dawn. I thought the first one was trash. Let's see. Until Dawn's 37 reviews and it's hanging on to a 71. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why this was a thing. I don't know why this was made.
I mean, cost more than the problem with a lot of these people. I was watching What's Up PlayStation podcast, and they was like, I don't understand why people don't like remakes, remasters. I mean, y'all was playing them on PS3 and all that, but the difference is like the whole point of backwards compatibility. One of the biggest selling points of the PS5 was we got backwards compatibility with the PS4, so all your PS4 games are gonna play on the PS5, and on top of that, Until Dawn still looks good to this day, and the older version, it's cheaper, it runs better, and they've changed some things in the new game. I don't have it. I'm probably not gonna get it at this point, but according to what I've seen, don't nobody like the new change. They changed the camera perspective. People don't like that. They changed the atmosphere. Sometimes when it was daytime, now it's like, sometimes when it was like nighttime, now it's like dawn is like early in the day. People don't like that. They changed the way the characters look for no fucking reason.
Jack, this goes back to my point earlier where how come nobody complains that Nintendo does it? Because Nintendo probably does more remakes and ports than anybody. When you're doing new shit, and like when you're taking care of business and you got a main course, you can throw out little appetizers, desserts, and sides. But Sony only serves sides at the restaurant. They don't serve no main courses.
And it's for stuff. And it's for the stuff that you can actually play on the actual console itself.
Know what I'm saying?
Like,
you can
the
already
remakes
play
they
these
have is like
natively.
for Game Boy Advance games and GameCube games and stuff.
Stuff you can't play on the Switch, right? All these games is getting remade and remastered for the PlayStation. You can play them natively on the PS5 already. So a lot of those games are already 4K resolution and a 60 FPS output. And these games was either heavily discounted already or free. So I don't know why you would go out and spend full retail on this game, and they actually made it worse according to people that own it. So I don't know, man.
And there's a rumor that Until Dawn 2 is in development at Firesprite. I don't know what they're seeing to make people believe.
I do want a sequel. I do want a sequel.
I just don't know what they see that convinces them that this is a game and a series that we need to keep going to the point where we need to remake it and then create a sequel. I'm like, I
know this shit got a movie too, BG. You know that, right?
Yeah, a movie. They wrapped. They wrapped.
Yeah, they finished. Yeah, they making a movie behind this shit. You see what's going on, bro?
I think the movie will be better than the game. I'm down to see the movie. It's just the game I don't like.
It might be.
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with the game. The original game is pretty fucking fun if you ask me, but this new one.
Who made this remake again?
Ballistic Moon. It's a new dev studio, but the thing about Ballistic Moon is it's got a lot of people that was at Supermassive Games that made the original Until Dawn. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this game is actually made by former devs of Supermassive, to my understanding. Anyway,
listen, man. Respect the kings, Quantic Dream and David Cage. Them is the kings. I'm sorry, y'all not. Ballistic Moon and whoever created the original version Until Dawn, y'all not doing it like him. He's Himothy when it comes to these narrative playable stories. They are them, okay? Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, shitting on Until Dawn. Beyond Two Souls was a bit spooky, but I still like that over Until Dawn.
You might got an argument with Detroit, but them other ones, I'm taking Until Dawn.
Heavy Rain is definitely better than Until Dawn, bro. Don't do this. Don't do that, Jack. You know it's better.
I watched that one on YouTube. I ain't really played that one, so I can't really say
Until Dawn. Listen, it's not fucking with Jason. It's not fucking with that story. It's not touching it.
Beyond Two Souls is fucking garbage though. That game sucks, bro. Trash.
Yep, I actually dropped that game, and I dropped Light Drizzle.
Bro, the story is so disjointed and makes no sense whatsoever in that game, bro. That junk was terrible.
Shout out to Quantic Dream. All right, let's get off of Until Trash.
Until Trash, that's a good one. I'll give BG that one.
Or Until Mid. What else came out? Let's see. Jazzy, you want to talk about Refantazio? I mean, you kind of, because you kind of talked about the demo. You know, the demo came out, which is freaking 8 hours. You kind of talked about it then. But yeah, tell us what else you think.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't make that like the thumbnail, because like after like the Metacritic scores changed up, like y'all.
I was very wrong about it. So my method when it comes to making thumbnails is it didn't have any Metaphor really didn't have any good face shots. Pause.
What?
Yo.
What?
It didn't have
artwork.
I didn't like it. It wasn't like I like, because what I base my thumbnails on is just like a really good face shot of the game, clear and pronounced and identifiable. And Metaphor, all its art just looks like a hodgepodge of stuff. I was like, this doesn't really stand out. So I had to use all the other games that have good face shots. You know,
can you stop saying that?
My bad. Yeah, so that's why I didn't put it in the thumbnail. But carry on.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you did. So I'm like about like 32 or 33 hours into like the whole game now, and I'm just went into like the third, like, what's it called? It's like the new water city that they have. I can't remember the name. Haven or something like that. And so far, the game is really good so far. It's a lot better as it goes on, I guess you should say, because some of the topics that they have, pretty much your whole goal of the game, at least right now, is trying to go like in this. You're a candidate to basically become the king of like the world that you're in, but you have to gain like favor, like helping out people and like do quests and stuff like that to you actually have a ranking to where you're standing in the political world pretty much is so far to try to campaign yourself for. But the turn-based combat is actually a lot better. I'm playing on the hard difficulty, and all it does is like you just add like another like press turn for the game. But the way it does, I think it's pretty fun. And it also it's better with like the calendar system as well so far. Because once you like actually travel to go other places, once you do that and go to that destination, all you have to do is like just fast travel pretty much. You can actually fast travel so it won't take you as much days because the calendar is only like 5 days as compared to Persona is just 5. And so far right now, I know the biggest complaint people are having right now is that you can't romance anybody, and I can kind of understand why, because these are not like human like teenagers at all. They're like actual like different races of like people and whatnot. So I can understand why, but the game is not designed around that at all due to these circumstances, because so many characters are working on like this whole thing that's going on with the king and like try to take down this like other guy that's trying to lead up to the campaign for the new king or whatever. So they don't really. Plus, this world is pretty shitty because some of them are like racist towards like other tribes or other races of people. So that's like not the main focus right now. But you do form like actual bonds with, like certain characters, but their benefits to you during like gameplay sections and stuff like that. So I think it was pretty good so far. And one new party member that you actually get that I have right now, he's actually pretty good. He's an actual good character. He's the new the guy that looks like a white mouse pretty much. He's actually a really good character. And the voice acting is pretty good too. But I can't really nothing I say will really nothing new that you probably knew about already in the demo, but if you give it a chance, I think you'll like it. If you're already familiar with Atlas games, you already got this already.
I think I don't like the setting of this game, Jazzy.
Yeah, it's based on like a medieval. It's kind of like medieval with set up with like kind of steampunk with like magic in it, but I think it's fine for what it is. But I'm not really much a medieval guy myself, but I think I've been enjoying it so far.
I like the more.
Yeah, some
grounded
similarities, but
setting,
I get what you mean.
How's this game run on
But this is a game for everybody.
PS5 compared to PC?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Didn't they say they were
this
still using PS3 technology or some shit? I heard.
mean,
This
Atlas
game is run on the
fucking-
same engine as Persona 5, so yeah.
Yeah, Atlas has ported Persona 3 over 1 billion times as a PS3 game.
There you go.
The game has sold 1 million copies. They announced that.
Yeah, on the first day.
Yeah. Is that
First day?
Is that faster than Personas?
Yes, because Persona.
Yes, that's the fastest.
Yeah.
Easy.
That's the fastest that any Atlas game has sold before.
Why
Because
is-
Persona 5, it came out in Japan like in September 2016, and they didn't make it worldwide over here until like April 2017. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why you see.
Is this game on PS4
because they've done
as
a
well?
PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X and X, and PC.
Dog,
all day one.
The Digital Foundry thing says, the headline says, dated tech, performance problems, and a PS4 version that runs faster on the PS5.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's funny.
and that doesn't make any sense considering type of game it is. It hasn't advanced past Persona. I think it's all on the same engine and whatnot. But the game is fun, but in terms of performance, yeah, it's very, very shoddy. It's surprising, actually.
Yeah,
considering because Persona 5 and Persona like 3 Reload, they are very performant. Like they were good on these current gen consoles.
Has 95
Persona 3
on.
really low. It's not made by the same team of people, so that's why it looks different in comparison.
It has a 94 or 95 on Metacritic, so it's damn near a guaranteed Game of the Year contender. Damn, we might have to. Okay.
Damn, like I said, it would, right, BG?
Hey, look, listen. 99% of the time, I'm right. I was wrong this time. I said no way. It's not going to be nominated. I thought maybe you'll get.
Me for a second, Jack.
Thought it'll get like an 80 something. All right, so let's do Game of the Year.
Hold on, BG. You said you've been looking for a Persona game that's not in school. Why aren't you playing this game?
I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. Trust me. I'm going to buy and play this game. I just haven't gotten around to it. You know, life is a little bit busy. I promise you I will play this game.
And Jack,
no, you won't.
This game is up your wheelhouse, so why aren't you playing it?
Yeah, Jack, you got no excuse.
I don't think it is. I look.
Jack, stop this. It's literally a Persona game.
I don't like the
game.
setting, bro. I don't like the setting, bro.
Oh,
Jack would not like that game, to believe it or not.
What?
I don't see him getting into it.
I ain't gonna lie. Back to Persona 5 it is.
You are nuts, Jack.
Tactica here I come, baby. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I can't knock you for that. Okay, so Game of the Year 2024. It's okay. So Metaphor Refantazio.
No. We're not doing that, BG. We're not doing that.
Oh yeah, we are,
What do you
Jack.
mean?
You were wrong, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. It's getting nominated.
Not yet.
Jack is getting nominated. Okay, what else is there? What else did we say before it's getting nominated?
Helldivers 2.
I'm not even sure about that anymore.
Please.
If
BG.
Metaphor didn't get if Metaphor didn't get a 95, then I would have been like, yeah, Helldivers 2 taking that spot. I'm not sure no more. I'm
telling y'all, man.
Astrobot. So Metaphor, Astrobot.
It's
Black.
Astrobot, FF7
Rebirth,
or Metaphor. That's all it's going.
I'm gonna put Black and Myth in there right now. Black.
Yeah,
Myth,
I think that's getting in.
Final Fantasy's Rebirth. What's the other? No, I don't think Dragon's Dogma is gonna make it anymore.
You think of Dragon Age? But we don't see it. It's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet. Yeah, I definitely think Metaphor, Astrobot, and Final Fantasy VII are locked in. So those are definites, and there's usually like 5 or 6. I think so. So
we still got more games coming out,
and they usually try to throw an indie game in there. Did last year have an indie game in Game of the Year? Let me see.
Hey, Wukong, an indie game?
No, indie games always come in every year, I think.
83.
Because
let's see. Last year was Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 came out. Why did I feel like it wasn't last year?
They nominated a
Spider-Man
remake?
2, Resident Evil 4, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Wonder, and Alan Wake 2. So they actually didn't even put an indie game in
Spider-Man
there.
2 got nominated. That's
Well,
crazy.
technically, you could say Baldur's Gate 3.
In a way, they're an independent studio technically, but with a shit ton of money to make AAA
But there was
games.
a lot of games coming out last year.
Yeah.
So, because people were thinking like Resident Evil 4 might not have made it either.
That's another thing. People think just because they independent studio don't mean they can't make AAA games. An independent studio can make AAA games. The term indie doesn't mean broke. The term indie means independent. Like you could be an independent rich nigga. You don't have to make. You know what I'm saying? Like just because it ain't
you made it
pixel art or
on your
2D
own.
don't mean it ain't indie. Exactly.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Dragon Age will be highly critically acclaimed and at least get a 90. I'm gonna make that assumption and put Dragon Age in there. And then there's like 2 slots. And maybe
I don't think all these RPGs get nominated, bro.
Hey man, it might be
That's
dominated
exactly what I
by.
meant for it too, Jack.
Man, shut the fuck
I think RPG is going to dominate that list. But anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of good games, Jack.
All right.
And I think because people think that Helldivers 2, but I need you to see what about the game itself you think that it of that quality of the game to be nominated compared to
12 million at launch, one arguably the most popular co-op game this year. Dictated gaming conversation for around 3 months. That's a whole quarter of the year, Jazz.
The reason why
I'm talking about the actual game itself.
It was fun to play. I like it. It was a fun game.
Yeah, I think its effect it had on social media is what boosts it to be Game of the Year nominee, not necessarily the game itself.
Cultural relevance.
Yeah, I don't think the game itself catapults itself into Game of the Year, but because of like, it was this thing, especially on TikTok, like where outside of gaming culture, it just dominated. I think that's
what other game. What
it.
other game had that impact this year?
Where it went viral, nothing else went as viral as Helldivers 2 this year. That's the reason why
Dragon Ball had that impact.
No, shut your ass up.
Dragon Ball. That's different. That's based off a TV show.
Dragon Ball has the claws, has its claws in black people's necks since they were children. That's not the same.
Yeah.
This game is definitely popping though. I will say that much. Like so many of my coworkers have been like playing that shit. And plus, you don't need to necessarily be popular just be nominated for Game of the Year because like games like Metaphor and like Astrobot, those games aren't that popular in like comparison to like that, but they're still we know where those games are still gonna get nominated, especially Astrobot, and
we'll see. We will see. Real quick, one topic I forgot. There's a rumor that the God of War Greek Saga is being remade by Nixes, and
it's remastered. What's the rumor?
Is it remade or remastered?
I saw remastered.
See, and I don't know because they try to like the term.
Fool you like Demon Souls, BG?
No, Demon Souls was an actual remake because
they ain't remaking it. If they ain't remaking it, they can keep it.
They have these games, right, in which they do a little bit more than remaster them, right? So, but they're not technically remakes. It's like half. It's like half because they don't actually rebuild it completely from the ground up with whole new assets, but they do change some assets to make it look different. So I don't know if they're completely remaking it or it's just going to be one of those really good remasters where they put in a little bit more effort. Either way, the dude who claimed this is real, people said he's credible and he has a track record and he's right. He usually be right about these things, so I got no reason to dispute it.
If they remake the God of War trilogy, I'm kind of concerned about this. The only thing they need to go back and change, in my opinion, is in the first game when Kratos said that Kronos was the last. When they said that Kronos was the last living Titan, because of course they went back and retconned it in the future games. Other than that, should nothing be altered. We still need the sex mini games And especially with the first game, it had a lot of like blood, especially in like the cutscenes, all the blood. Bro, if they go back and patch all that shit out, bro, and try to modernize it and don't want to be offensive, and they can keep that shit, bro. If they go in censoring shit, changing shit, they can keep it. I don't fucking want it, bro. They gotta keep that shit 100% to the original, dog. In my opinion.
Yeah, and I think the rumor said it wouldn't only be 1 through 1, 2, 3 in Ascension. It would also be the ones on
It said
handheld.
every
I
game.
think. Yeah,
Every game until 2018.
So you get to be a terrible father and push your daughter away from you. Fire. I still can't believe they made that into a fucking
He wanted his revenge, man.
Yeah, they really made that into a fucking prompt. Push your daughter away from you. Fire. So yeah, well, and I think it's rumored to be coming out next year if it's real.
But industry is getting obsessed with these remakes and remasters, right?
Because the niggas can't make anything fucking new.
Like, have you noticed?
Everybody's trying to be Nintendo, but worse.
Hey man.
All right.
Somebody.
I mean, let's be real. They recycling and selling you recycled, moderately upgraded consoles. Why wouldn't they fucking do that with fucking games? I mean, sure, you should be able to play your things backwards compatible, but no, they're going to keep selling you the same shit generation after generation. God of Wars, Horizons, Until Trash. How many fucking remakes and remasters of Uncharted, and what the fuck's it called? The Last of Us did we get? Dog. Sony is not interested in making new games anymore. They're interested in being Valve of the console space, where you just make your game, put it on the PlayStation Network, and they get a fucking 30 or 70, whatever the fuck the split is. They're not interested in making games anymore, dog.
What you gonna say, Jazzy?
Comment on that?
I mean, I disagree, but
I can't argue with what you're saying right now.
I don't agree, but I'm not about to argue. Jazzy, what you say?
Somebody in the chat said, "Oh, Metaphor is not top 5 on PSN profiles." What are you talking about?
What the fuck does that mean?
The game sold 1 million a day, and what metric is that even mean to say how the game sold? And they even announced it like the day of that it sold 1 million. The day up on Atlas official Twitter.
They still haven't announced Astrobot, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
what
and that's another thing
profiles
too.
Means.
They keep
Astrobot
hiding behind like
be
all
good because it's a low budget game.
They keep hiding. Well, the only sales data, like confirmed numbers we got was like Famitsu, and that's direct actual numbers in Japan. But because it's not that impressive compared to like other games, they kind of like shied away from like doing like percentages and stuff like that. Oh, the Astrobot did like more than like non-Mario platformer games like Sonic Frontiers on PSN and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
That you're doing.
I think what they're gonna do. I think what they're doing is
those kind of articles like that.
I think they're gonna announce. I think they're gonna announce it in like January or February because they want all the holiday sales, and then they're gonna.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit is funny because platformers don't sell to begin with. So they said it's funny that they said it does better than non-Mario games. I was like, okay, that doesn't say.
How much the last Mario game sell?
They sell millions. Like
I mean, that's the only way you can extrapolate the data. If you start there, I guess.
And because the biggest numbers that we got from like Japan the first week that it came out was like 12K. Bro. Amio the Smiling Man did double that, and that's a game that nobody even gives a damn about like that to begin with. Yeah. You can go look at the Famitsu sales I'll link in the Discord. So yeah.
I mean, I would assume
that's why
or expect that it should have sold. How long has it been? It's been a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
It might be.
It's been a month. It came out.
That should be over 1 million. Definitely over 1 million. I think they want to announce. I think they want to announce 2 million and wait for them holiday sales because them holiday sales probably gonna give it a boost.
They usually don't announce a game selling. It has to sell at least 3 million. I feel like that's a milestone for them. 3 million, 5 million, shit like that. If it don't reach that, they don't never say nothing.
I do think we'll get an announcement.
Yeah, so
I don't think they care about. Yeah, I don't think they care about announcing. Oh, it sold 1 million.
Yeah, I think it'll do. They'll do fine for what it is. Yeah, but it's not like. we know what y'all trying to do because you guys are trying to prop this up to be, this industry changing thing, which I'm fine with. But it's just like, why are you so hesitant jumping through hoops just to talk about that game sales with no actual numbers?
Yeah.
I've never seen them do with any other game like this.
Yeah. Oh, all right, let's do this. So Game Freak, the Pokemon developer, got hacked like last night or some shit like that.
How long before you get into this? How long before the ninjas get somebody?
That's
they'll get them.
Not too long. I give the fugitive like a few weeks until Nintendo find their ass and bring them to court. Something. I give them like a week and a half.
They leaked Pokemon X and Y. Somebody that had the copy of the game on the 3DS, and some Nintendo representative went to his house and made him return the game. So
it won't take long. His house.
So
yes.
What?
Yeah. So for this recent one, it says the recent hack of Pokemon developer Game Freak revealed several significant details about the franchise and upcoming projects. The breach confirmed by Game Freak that led to various data, including personal employee information, leaks about future Pokemon games, internal details, and the Nintendo upcoming Switch successor, codename Ounce. Key details include the codename for the Generation 10 Pokemon games, which is expected to release on the Switch and its successor. So they confirmed that the next Nintendo game is going to be on Switch. It's going to be, still on Switch and the next one.
Not the next one, but I think the next game is going to be Legends
BG.
Z.
So what generation will this game be on?
It will be
not again.
on the generation that I said last time. You're not about to catch me. Okay.
So what generation?
You don't remember what he said?
Listen. No, I do. I'm not getting baited. I will not, because I remember what y'all did to me. I remember what y'all did to me. All right. Gave me a headache, and I'm not doing it again.
Sorry ass too.
I went to bed with a headache. I ain't doing it.
Sorry ass too.
So, it also revealed that they're working or were exploring some type of MMO game, codenamed Synapse. Source code, map editors, beta builds for older Pokemon such as Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Black and White 2 were, you saw all the technical assets and shit like that. All that leaked.
Yeah, those are DS sprites, so yeah.
Yeah.
And then the code name for the Switch 2, that was more likely what that code name was leaning towards because Nintendo didn't want that out. So it's yeah. But the MMO, I think that's just going to be, the new stadium type of games that they have because they didn't say MMO specifically; they said multiplayer.
Yes, I got a question.
But I think what's up?
So in the original red, blue, yellow, whatever you want to call it, red, green, were there a total of 150 Pokemon in the world, and now they're just discovering all these new ones? Or is it just 150 in that specific region? How is it being
in that specific region at that time? Because the Johto region, because it ties in they're close to Kanto, you can go into each other in gold, silver, and crystal. So
whenever
as they get
whenever a new game
they always existed more, but it's just they keep adding more into the other games and stuff like that.
So whenever a new
but they
game
always
comes
existed.
out, it's not technically a new Pokemon discovered in the world. You're just going to a different region of the world.
Yeah, and as your kid, you just find out new Pokemon. It's new to you, the player, pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm sure Nintendo will hunt down the culprits and have them drawn and quartered in the town square. So
I hope he gets life in prison.
Fire.
Jeez.
All right. In the Discord, whichever one of you dudes can talk about Silent Hill,
kick our head, bro,
and or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, whoever from the Discord, we need y'all to come in because we ain't gonna talk about this shit. We grown men with with that actually like women, and we got nuts. Okay, so we ain't playing no Silent Hill or no Dragon Ball. So we need y'all to come do that.
They've been sucking on that.
Kick our head out the call earlier.
Ah, didn't he just left?
Oh,
let me put the bat signal out. And one person at a time. I don't want no one.
not to wreck.
You said not correct.
So Dragon Ball Sparking Zero came out. It is at a, let me see, what is it on Metacritic? At a 80 some. And listen, man, I don't want to slander it too much. It's at an 81. It's at an 81 on Metacritic. Listen, cool. Dragon Ball fans have been, doing the double hand, Cobra twisting move for Dragon Ball games forever. They swear this Dragon Ball game, oh, this is different. This is the one. This one is special. I'm like, bro, they've been giving y'all the same Dragon Ball games for decades, but y'all swear each one is special and the best one ever. Oh man, it's like whatever, bro. It's like they keep retelling y'all the same story, and y'all done seen it a million times in the anime, but
this is not the same game.
Hey, hold up, BG. Before Fang speaks, I do want to know, what is this source of your hate for Dragon Ball?
The Boo Saga made
Fighter
me hate
Z
Dragon Ball.
Laundromat.
No, the Boo Saga made me hate Dragon Ball.
What about the Boo Saga made you hate Dragon Ball?
The shit was just repetitive, and they didn't know. It just dragged on too much, and they didn't know. It was ass. Don't worry about my hate. Let me just get my hate off, and you tell us about Sparking Zero.
Because your hate is unwarranted and it's inaccurate. You saying they gave us the same game for the past decade. We haven't got this game in, what is it, like 15, 17 years? A long time like that.
The last 3 came out like on the PS2 and the Wii.
Yeah, that was a PS2 game. Like, what are you talking about, BG?
Listen, there's been a lot of Dragon Ball fucking games.
Not these.
Not like this one.
The only game that came out that tried to imitate these games
is Xenoverse.
Oh, okay.
And it was
that's different. Oh, okay, that's different. You got it.
All right, man. What up? I ain't dealing with you today. I'm gonna pull John down. He the dude for Silent Hill.
So is this the Dragon Ball section?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, Fang.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, the game is really, really fun. If you just want a mindless like fucking game, this is a game that you would play. This is not a in-depth Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Guilty Gear level fighting game that you're gonna
So it's an Unga Bunga Dragon Ball game.
Absolutely, and I love it.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I have 27 hours in it. I started playing on Thursday, and I think I got to like ranked B4 in ranking. If you know how to play one character, you know how to play them all. I'll say that. They all practically play the same.
Brain dead Dragon Ball.
Absolutely, and that's okay. That's 100% okay if it's brain dead. Don't expect, if you want to go play a fighting game like that requires you to use your brain, go fucking play a fighting game. The story single player is very, it's Dragon Ball story, like you know what to expect with that. There are the what if scenarios where, like, let's say for example, we're like the one that you probably already seen on Twitter is like, oh, what if Goku survived against Raditz, and then that leads into a different like storyline or something timeline. The timeline branches out and goes somewhere else completely different. You trigger those by certain things. You trigger those by certain things. So like, let's say, and I triggered those by accident. I wasn't even trying to. Like, oh, you're supposed to survive against this character, not kill them. Oh, I killed Raditz. Oh, I triggered the second timeline or whatever the fuck. Yeah, the slideshow cutscenes, as someone else says, those were extremely lazy and whatnot. It's the single players, whatever. If you're expecting something great in story, maybe there's something there in storytelling. I haven't got that far in storytelling. I have been mainly online. Another reason why the game is like goofy and dumb is that there is power scaling in the game. So if you play like one of the god characters, or if you play a fusion character, you're immediately already over as fuck against someone like Hercule, Videl, one of the Frieza soldiers, and so on. Like I remember playing against a Super Saiyan or Gogeta, and they just one shot like one of my characters and my damage to them was little to nothing. What else? They do have a way to combat that in ranked mode where they have dragon points and whatnot. You get 15 dragon points, and depending like how canonically stronger the character is, they cost 10 points, 9. The weaker your character is canonically, they cost like 2 or 3. So you get to balance out your characters and whatnot. Like, okay, I want Goku, he costs 5 points. I want let's see, I'll take like Kid Gohan, he costs like 3 points. Cell Jr., he costs 3 points. So you can mix and match your team. You can choose up to 2. If you want like 2 characters, you can just dump all your points onto one really strong character and pick one weak character, or you can pick 3 or 4 characters that are like middle ground, I would say. Or 5 like kind of weak characters and maybe 1 really good character. What else am I leaving out? It has like a regular unlock system like the old games, so that's nice. I don't have to like fucking pay for everything to unlock.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, we'll see when we get there. Connection's good. I don't really run into anything like that. There's a lot of rage quitters.
I've been hearing Ozaru Vegeta been checking niggas' prostates.
Who? Oh, the fucking
Grade 8 Vegeta.
Yeah.
Grade 8 Vegeta. Yes, 100% he has.
Is that your way of saying 8 BG? You trying to sound?
Isn't that the actual Dragon Ball term? I know I'm not tripping.
No, that's the actual terminology.
Wait, so you as much of a nerd to know that term about Dragon Ball, but you came on here.
Yeah, listen,
hate about a game.
I be a hater, but I at least
is
know
an actual Japanese word for monkey.
I be knowing the lore for shit, even if I hate it. How you don't know that?
That's just something. I don't watch Dragon Ball enough to know.
Man. Okay, proceed.
But yeah, the Grade 8 Vegeta fight in the single player is like fucking stupid. I'm kind of convinced that a lot of people who struggled on that fight haven't really been playing the old Tenkaichi games before, because they were like that too in the old games as well. All you gotta do is just run and spam the same move over and over again. The AI is really stupid.
It's because in the old game it wasn't Grade 8 Vegeta, it was Baby Vegeta.
No, it was
Grade 8
Grade
Baby
8
Vegeta.
It was
Yellow.
Grade 8 Vegeta. It was Grade 8 Vegeta. I remember. Yeah, don't expect anything insane with this fighting game. It's really flashy, it's really stupid, and it's really fun.
Okay.
I don't know what else I could say about
I mean, listen, Fang, there is nothing else to say because it's a paper
get off
thin,
my
surface level Dragon Ball game, and that's cool.
Can I get off my dick eating take now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just trying to make sure Fang's done first. I don't know if he got some more.
I guess one last thing I could say is if you use Goku, Vegeta, or any of the fusions between them, you are a really boring person. You have a bunch of characters to pick from, and you default to that. You're just a fucking boring person.
No, it's not that they're boring. It's that they are sad individuals who don't know how to peak at anything in life, and this is the only way they can get some semblance of a win in anything. They have to use fusion characters in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta.
But yeah, it has a lot of fan service. Also, this game, if you appreciate it, it does have like a lot of fan service in it from like different like Dragon Ball media. Like if the original, there's some dialogue in there that gets dropped.
They meme a lot too, like current memes, because they redid all the voice acting for the game, but the voice actors, they brought back the same people, and they kind of threw in like modern day memes in there and shit, or references to pop culture or newer Dragon Ball content that wasn't out at the time.
Yeah, I saw that for like Goten and Trunks.
Yeah, Goten, when he goes up against 18 at the beginning of a fight, he was like, Miss 18, she's a baddie.
I mean, she is, but like, I'm surprised to hear him say that.
Anyway, yeah, there's really nothing to it. If you're expecting this really in-depth fighting game, don't expect it. If you want just a brain-dead arena fighting game where like you look at flashy lights and you just shit happen.
Listen to niggas scream for 30 seconds. Yeah.
I got a question, Faye.
They just want to have fun, BG.
Did you open up an honorary laundromat in the name of BG since
he
ain't gonna do
it?
No, because because in my opinion, if you're taking this game seriously, that's really stupid to take this game seriously.
Oh shit!
It's
which
not
is funny because if Fang took the game seriously, it would be kind of disgusting.
I've been like being really stupid on the game and whatnot, and I think I'm like 2,000 on the leaderboards out of like 10,000, maybe 20,000 people
on PC.
And
PC.
I'm on PC. There's no crossplay, unfortunately, but like, yeah, just play it. If you want to play, just fucking play it. Who cares?
Okay.
Now, can I at least explain why there's a subset of people that were hyped for this game to UBG? You can understand it a little bit better.
Go ahead, good brother.
Because there's never been, well, other than fighters to some extent, there's never been a Dragon Ball game that kind of encapsulates the canon of what a Dragon Ball fight is supposed to be. Like, down to the nitty gritty bullshit, from androids being able to absorb ki, from the beam clashes, from trying to think the way you can create a team, and if you pick a certain subset of characters, those characters can use fusion mid-match type shit. Those games don't exist outside of this series of games. And stuff like that, the little nuance of Dragon Ball and the accuracy that they put into it is why people were excited for this game in the first fucking place. Does that even make sense to you, BG? Have you played a Tenkaichi game before?
I understand. I probably played the first. I played Budokai and I played, I think, one of the Tenkaichis. Listen, salute, man. Listen, I want y'all to be happy, man. Listen, Dragon Ball fans, I want nothing but y'all happiness. I want y'all to feel good, and when y'all turn on Dragon Ball every morning, and I want y'all to have a smile on y'all face and just get that giddy feeling like you're a little schoolgirl. I want y'all to have that feeling. I'm happy for y'all. Wish y'all nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? I would never hate on another person's happiness. What type of person do y'all think I am? I would never do that type of shit. Never have. I'm not known for that. Hating on somebody else's happiness. If you like to hear men, just scream for 30 seconds and be covered in colorful auras, covered in colorful orders, and
what's with this obsession on Weapon Wheel of y'all turning everything into gayness? Like, why everything got to be gay? Everything that y'all talk about is y'all turn into gay somehow. Like, whether it's Bond turning everything into cocks, Jack throwing his legs in the air, or you making everything about, wow, why are you listening to men do this and men do that? Like, what's up with the gay shit, man? Y'all okay at home, dog?
We're great.
It's kind of funny.
We're great.
The game not emasculating you.
What you want me to say?
The game not emasculating you, dog. What?
I mean, I'm not saying Dragon Ball is a bad game. I'm just, giving my little criticisms.
Hey, salute. So another Dragon Ball game's out. Has anything changed? It moved any needles? Anything is different in life now, or?
I mean, it's definitely moved needles. It's been selling more than God.
That's the main thing I wanted to say. The same way y'all
Heroin
claiming
needles?
Helldivers deserves a Game of the Year nomination would be the same reason that this game deserves it.
Oh,
and Pal World.
Get the
and Pal World. Facts.
Yeah.
out of here.
You know what's up.
Dragon Ball will never be nominated for Game of the Year ever. And I'll make sure of that, nigga. Nigga, I'll call in a threat if that game were to ever be nominated, okay?
If this game was nominated for Game of the Year, that would be really weird.
All I'm saying is, if you think Helldivers deserves one, for the reason y'all are saying Helldivers deserves one, then this game deserves one.
It's not the same because Dragon Ball has put black people in the hood in an infinite Tsukiyomi since they were 3 years old. So it's like they've been brainwashed by Dragon Ball, and nothing bad could ever be said about it. So it's had y'all in a grip forever. So it's not the same.
That's like saying it like 2K or Madden or some shit. It's not like that. This game It's bigger than just niggas. Like I don't think you.
It's like a bunch of people who like anime games are into this.
So hold on, BG, I got a question.
Yes.
Is this game part of the Negro Casual Collection now?
Oh,
100%.
Oh, 100%. It might be number 2 in the casual collection. Okay, like the only thing higher than it is 2K, maybe.
So damn, it's even higher than Madden.
Yes, I think Dragon Ball has a tighter grip on the on black people than Madden. Absolutely, I believe that.
This is a Mexican game, brother. What are you talking about?
Mexican people niggas too.
You say that, but every stream I see is always a black guy streaming it. I've never seen a Mexican stream yet.
Everything, like bro, everything I've seen on Twitter when people, it's black people posting clips about Dragon Ball. I'm telling you, that shit is like
The
when they
all
listen.
They all at their home with all 10 of their family members.
Listen, let me tell you,
when
when the FBI and the CIA sprinkled crack in the neighborhoods in the 80s, they dropped Dragon Ball off with that shit. I'm telling you, bro.
Look, every person I played against where they have like their Twitch handle or their YouTube handle and like their name, I always look it up because I'm just curious. And for this game in particular, it has never been a Mexican yet. I've yet to run into a Mexican that's been streaming it.
Because they not playing online. The only person playing online is Sayo Mexicano.
Mexicans don't got internet? What are you saying?
Sayo Mexicano is the only person playing online. They all sitting at home with all 10, 15 of their cousins and brothers playing it on the living room TV.
Okay.
Hold up, I gotta interrupt the podcast real quick. Tick, get your bitch ass in here.
Fire.
Y'all see the score of this game?
Yeah, they getting blown, bro. They getting blown out bad.
I mean, when did Dak Prescott become white?
It's 47-9 right now.
Did y'all see Aiden Hutchinson leg though? How it like flopped?
Yeah, his shit wrapped around somebody else's leg.
Yeah, that was nasty. Ooh, that shit big broke, extra broke. But back to Dragon Ball. Listen, if y'all got anything else to say, because we need to move on to Silent Hill.
For anybody that's on the fence about the game, I wouldn't get too hype about it. The Fangs hate is warranted because it's not a game that people are meant to take seriously. A lot of people don't like people saying that, but it's just a game that you meant to play for fun.
Now
it's a
you
can
take it seriously. There's nothing wrong with that. But me personally, who plays fighting games and whatnot, I think it's silly too.
No, it's silly for anybody to take it seriously. Don't even do that. If it even gets to like Evo, it would literally just be off popularity, nothing else.
I don't think it would get to Evo ever. It will maybe a side tournament that's not even like streamed, but like it's a fun game. Just play it. If you like I said, if you want to take it seriously, go for it. I don't see the point to just play Fighters Z or something like that. I guess.
If you wanted to live in the Dragon Ball fantasy and in your existence you haven't played a game that fully encapsulates what Dragon Ball is, then this is the game that you should be trying to play. Like if you play Xenoverse and you like Xenoverse, but you felt like Xenoverse was still coming up short on what Dragon Ball is supposed to be, this is the game that you've been looking for that you probably didn't know existed because it didn't come out in your little timeline because you was too
What's
young.
got a higher skill ceiling, this or Xenoverse?
This, sadly, Xenoverse is stupid, but this does have a higher skill ceiling than at least Xenoverse. But it's not. It's like it's not rock paper scissors combat, but it kinda is at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're right, Hardhead, about the whole Helldivers 2 that BG was trying to get an angle on. Like this
I'm
doesn't
just saying
count, but
because that's the
Helldivers 2
reason y'all said. That's the reason they said. They were saying off the sales, off the impact it had on social media and stuff like that.
BG.
If you just
Power had that too.
If you just going off that, and even you try to throw the review score in, if you just going off those three things, this game and Pal World will deserve a nomination before Helldivers.
Hey, all right, I ain't trying to argue.
All right, gun to your head, BG. This is the two options. You got to play and beat every Sonic game, or you have to watch every single iteration of Dragon Ball. Which one you do?
Damn.
Like you have to watch every iteration of Dragon Ball anime?
Yeah.
Oh,
nigga. Jesus
Also,
Christ.
Gun to your head. You got to do one of them. You got to do one of them. I think I'm taking Dragon Ball, bro. I'm not playing the Sonic game, bro.
I think I gotta take Dragon Ball also. Yeah,
Thank
there's no way I'm playing
Ain't
this,
nothing worse
playing
than
Sonic
Sonic.
games.
Like, let's keep it
Yeah, I'm
there's no
not
way.
playing every Sonic game. Fuck that. I just watch Dragon Ball.
Look,
Like,
you see how we said that it was? We said Dragon Ball wasn't that difficult of a game. People in the Discord are upset about it. Also, one last thing before I go, BG, you're a coward for not playing Marvel vs. Capcom Collection.
I did play it.
Damn.
I will say, BG, your excuses for ducking it too don't have any merit. You just pussy for that. I ain't gonna hold you.
All right, salute.
It's not like you even playing anything that is keeping you away from Dragon
Damn
Ball.
your ass,
You
BG.
just
God
duck
damn.
it. It's that simple.
Damn your ass, BG. That's
I told
crazy.
y'all. Listen, I'm not wonton. Okay,
Bro.
I'm not wonton.
What does
I
that
don't
mean? I don't
believe
know what that means.
This nigga Nathan threw another pick, bro. He is ass.
Wonton believes in playing games he doesn't like if there's nothing else out. I don't
So
believe
you don't
that.
like it. That's all you had to say, but that's not what you were saying at first, but that's all you had to say. You don't like it. I get that. That's cool.
Right.
You don't like it.
Sunderland. You want to talk about Silent Hill?
That's my guy, John. But yeah. Where you at, John?
You still muted.
I just, John, unmute yourself.
Does he got permission to speak?
Yeah,
should.
he does. Let me tell your man get on the mic.
What time this shit come on? Hey, the
John,
big brother
speak
season
now?
finale come on
Can you
tonight.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Oh, 8 o'clock. Okay.
Can you hear me? Okay. So, Silent Hill 2 Remake. I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. I've said on record multiple times that I like Silent Hill better than Resident Evil. People throw tomatoes at me for it. But in terms of this game, from playing the original and the remake, it's really it's an extremely great game. And it's not even because I'm biased, because I fucking hate Team before this. I paid for Blair Witch and I paid for the Medium, and both of those games were hot ass. But this game,
The Medium was okay, man. Don't do that.
no. We ain't doing that today, Spook. You tripping? That game was hot trash. But Silent Hill 2 Remake, it kind of builds on and enhances the original game in a way that I really wasn't expecting. It even expands the canon of James's story, adds new depths to his character development, and on top of that, the combat is completely. It's like if Callisto Protocol had good combat. You dodge from the enemy.
Talk about it.
I was like,
combat,
you said that. Go ahead.
It's bad. It's just like Sugar Ray Simulator. You're just shimmying to the left and right and hitting the person. The enemies don't really fight back. It's kind of just you're just smacking on them. In Silent Hill 2 Remake, the mannequins, the lying figures, all of them will, if you're just mashing the button too hard, they'll grab your weapon and smack you and tell you, hey, dodge me first and come at me correct, or this isn't going to work out. And that's what really disappointed me about Callisto. But in this game, I feel like they took that combat and expanded upon it. And to further take that, it also takes boss fights from the classic game and makes them big set pieces. Like the abstract daddy fight in Silent Hill, it's basically just you standing there and hitting the person over and over, pressing the same button. But in this game, you kind of have to chase him through corridors, and you have to find him, and there's puzzles you have to get through to get to the actual fight. It's not just, just seeing one enemy and tapping the same button. Like the original Silent Hill, I love the game still, Silent Hill, but it's basically bound by the constraints. And with the fixed cameras and the combat basically just being pressed the same button, this game feels like the definitive version of the game to play. And I'm shocked that Bloober pulled it off in a way, because, again, every game that they've made has been hot garbage. I'm also the only one who believed that this game would be good. I feel like everyone was just writing it off since May, and I've been on this island. Me and Salam, basically by ourselves, think that this game will be good since.
Hello?
But
You can tell he lying. The internet cutting his ass out.
You can't hear me?
We hear you now. You're cutting out a bit.
Okay. It also adds multiple new endings. So the original endings are still there: the Leave ending, the In-Water ending, the UFO ending, the Dog ending, and the Rebirth ending. But they added 2 new endings that I've yet to get. I cleared the game, my first playthrough, taking my time. It took about 18 hours, but I'm doing a speed run right now because I have one of those dumb achievements where you got to finish it under 10 hours. So I'm doing that right now and going for 2 other different endings. But so far I'm biased, but I think this is my game of the year. But it's just really good. And Bloober signing a strategic partnership with Konami, I feel like they should just remake the whole trilogy because no one really thinks about those games anymore. It's basically just Resident Evil. And a lot of the people who did play Silent Hill or claim they did watched it on YouTube and then watched video essays. So I feel like playing this game will bring a new love of the game to new fans. And I think that's, and a lot of the old creators, including the person who did the designs for the creatures, Masahiro Ito, says that if we could have made the game back then, we would have made it like the remake, not like the original is, even though they still love what they made.
Why did they decide to remake 1 or 2 and not 1 or 3?
Yeah, so I think 2 is the most popular game of the canon. I agree, though. They should have started with Silent Hill 1 and then went to 2. But I think Konami was thinking of sales first and seeing, okay, let's see how Silent Hill 2 does because it's its own standalone story. And then Silent Hill 1, because it links directly to Silent Hill 3, we'll remake 1 if this does really well.
Okay. Just to speak on Bloober Team. So yeah, I didn't expect it to be rated well because of Bloober Team, because they are trash. And this doesn't, this does not change that for them. Some people were like, "Oh, see, Bloober Team is good." No. They're still ass. This is not enough to clear them of the ass allegations. Right.
Or the plagiarism, because they have plagiarized game content in the past from other developers.
Right, because all of the original games they've made are bad. The only thing this proves is you can make a good remake. This doesn't mean you're a good developer or you can make a good original game. It means, like, listen, maybe you should be like almost like a Nix's or a Platinum Games, that a lot of their games aren't theirs. It's just like licensed games. Yeah, almost like that. That's what it proves to me. Not that they're a good developer. Until they can create an actual really good game of their own completely, they still ass. This doesn't change that. They're not.
To be real with you, I don't think they ever will get to that point. But as a Silent Hill fan myself, I do hope that they do make 1, 3, and 4. Because if you don't have a PC, you don't pay $200 for a copy on eBay, you cannot play these games. Like, it's impossible. And they'll probably never re-release an HD collection. So I just think they should just remake all of these. I mean, it's sold pretty well so far on both consoles. But I also, a warning basically that this game runs on Unreal, and both the PC and PS5 version have performance issues. Like, especially the PC version has traversal stutter, which every Unreal game has, and the PS5 version has it too. But because it's V-synced and like the frame rate is so low, you probably wouldn't notice it as bad on the PlayStation version, but it's definitely noticeable on the PC version. I'm just ignoring it.
Got to put my mask on.
I heard it had performance issues on performance mode. Is that true?
Yeah, it does. So this game, I don't think it ever locks 60 because Unreal 5 is so demanding. I'm pretty sure the highest, I watched a couple YouTube videos of playing it. I'm pretty sure the highest it got on the PC or on the PS5 version was around, in the performance mode, like 54 FPS. And then when you get in areas where it's a lot of enemies on screen and the lumen reflections are there, it gets down to like 35 FPS a lot, even in the performance mode. But I have a 4090, so I played it on there. And I think at 4K, I was getting around like anywhere from like 70 to 120 frames when there was nothing going on. But I mean, the stutter is still there. It's very obvious.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that breakdown. Like I said, I'm gonna pick it up down the line. Just
is a game. Can you answer this question for me? Because I've been contemplating on it. I'm either gonna get it on the Pro or on PC. Is this game, as far as combat, right? Because I do like when games give you an alternate way to fight enemies without, a gun. Like if you're low on ammo, like I want to be able to use like a bat, a pipe, or whatever. Can you describe that combat to the point, like for example, I've never played a Silent Hill in the past. Is this a game where if I wanted to, like Condemned, I can get through the entire game without using a gun?
Oh yeah, there's achievements for beating the game without using any sort of gun. Like you can't kill anyone with the gun, including the boss fights. You have to use a melee weapon. So I'm doing that right now.
Okay. And is there enough melee? Is this something that you automatically get, or is it something you just have to find? Like you just use whatever you can find?
So there's 3 different melee weapons in the game. There's the piece of wood, which you get automatically when you find the radio. Then there's a pipe later in the game. And when you beat the game and you play it in New Game Plus, just like the original Silent Hill 2, across from the ranch, there's a chainsaw. And you can use the chainsaw through your second playthrough. But in your first playthrough, you're only going to get the wooden stick and the pipe.
Is there weapon damage?
No, your weapon never goes away. But I will, if puzzles piss you off, you are never gonna love Silent Hill. A lot of the game is built off of puzzles, riddles, finding elements in the world and using them to get through the puzzles. If you hate puzzles and get really frustrated on puzzles, I would suggest playing it on easy. Because even on normal, there are puzzles like the coin puzzle in the apartments. It's expanded in a way where I was staring at it for like 10 minutes because I was trying to do it the way it was in the original game. And I was like, oh shit, this isn't doing it for me. Like I'm stuck on this puzzle until I really paid attention and flipped it around. If that type of thing would piss you off, I can't suggest playing the game on normal. I would just play it on easy.
Yeah, I hate me a bad fucking puzzle. How would you rate the puzzle difficulty in this game?
On normal, I think I would give the puzzle difficulty a 5 out of 10. Towards the end of the game, there's a puzzle that when I played the original when I was younger, it really pissed me off. But on hard, there's even, to give an idea of how hard it is on hard, there are people who get paid to write guides. Some of them don't even have solution puzzles yet. Like they haven't been found yet on hard mode.
Damn. Okay.
Wowzers.
And you can also change the combat. One thing I wish Resident Evil would do, you can change the difficulty of the combat and the puzzles at the same time. So like, say you want to play hard combat, but you want to play each puzzle, that's possible.
Okay. All right.
BG, I don't know if you would like this game because you didn't like Alan Wake 2, but I think there's more in this game than Alan Wake 2. But we'll see later.
Yeah. I'll take the chance when it's cheap. All right. Appreciate it, John.
Anytime. Remake Silent Hill 1. I need Silent Hill 3 right now.
All right. I think we have covered everything. I'm gonna do some more super chats.
There's one more brief topic.
Okay. Let me see. Go ahead. What is it?
It's just that Little Big Planet 3 and the DLC is getting delisted from the PlayStation Store.
I mentioned that earlier.
Oh yeah, Jazz, you was late, Jazz. You supposed to have been on time, and you could have talked about that.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Hey man, I gotta get ready for the camera, dog.
That was in the category of news that I don't care about.
Oh, he might got some. Well, you got some other information about it though.
Nah, if he already brought it up, then whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Luis Barrios. Hey BG, when are you going to live stream yourself throwing your PS5 out the window? And also, there is no shot Helldivers 2 is going to get nominated for Game of the Year. So
come on.
Thank you, brother.
So Luis,
he's tapped in.
Here's what happened, right? So I kind of forgot. I accidentally forgot about that, and I sold my PS5 since the Pro was coming out. So I guess I'm gonna have to throw. I guess if you're gonna hold me to it, I have to throw the Pro out the window. But technically,
don't you got more than one PS5 though?
Oh no, I sold that
Yeah, you
one
do.
also. I sold all my PS5.
So you don't have a PS5. So you
I
don't
do
have
not,
a PS5 right now.
There is not a PS5 in my house right now.
Well, I'd always say you playing Last of Us. That know it. Whatever the fuck bullshit that is.
I do not have one. So and there's nothing. And I just checked all the games that are coming out. I'm like, can I go a month without a PS5? I look who's coming out. Oh yeah, I'll be fine. I don't really want to play none of this shit. So I was like, I'll be good. So
hear what he just said, Jack? That I don't need a PS5 right now.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of people selling it as soon as it got announced. I'm like, y'all going 2 months without gaming on PS5, huh?
A month?
Must not
Yeah,
been...
a month is nothing for me.
Oh.
It's like that's nothing.
I got 15 games beat this year. That's all I beat you. How many games you got beat this year?
8, 9, something like that.
Hmm.
So Louis, what I was gonna say is, if you want to hold me to throwing my Pro out the window, I could do that. But technically, the technicality is I was supposed to throw a PS5 out the window, not a PS5 Pro. So that's actually a little bit different.
Well, how about this? Buy a PS5 to hold up your word, throw it out the window, and take it back. You know you like returning broke shit anyway.
Oh man,
no harm, no foul.
You nasty for that. Juan Murillo. I hope Rebirth doesn't get Game of the Year. That story is ass. What is Sephiroth's goal for messing up the timeline? The ending was hot garbage. Doesn't deserve Game of the Year. Okay. Brian Ace Vito. Why does Dreamcast guy look like he survived an explosion?
Come on, bro.
He got the Deadpool face. That's crazy. Juan Murillo. Andrew W. Don't be stupid. Explain to me what is Sephiroth's reasoning for messing up the timeline. For what? To just keep up Aerith. To keep Aerith a ghost. Story is ass. All right. He also said Smooth is a fraud too. Waiting for Kana and Sifu on Game Pass. I saw his tweet. Doesn't support these devs and doesn't support no IPs like Metaphor Refantazio.
All right, that's why.
Juan Murillo.
Sifu, yeah, I waited to Game Pass. Kena, I bought. Yeah, I purchased Kena. And Metaphor, yeah, I have. Because I game share, he bought it. So.
All right.
What did you call that game at first?
Which one? Sifu? Or which one?
Okay, so you said you waited for that to come to Game Pass.
I waited for that one.
How long you gonna wait to learn how to pronounce the game?
After I beat it.
you call what you call it? Sifu? What the fuck is going on?
Siphon filter.
It's seafood, smooth
Seafood. Okay, that's a way to think about it.
Okay, there you go. Sure, let's do that.
All right, let me do some Patreon questions. Our knick-knack. With Tomb Raider Netflix, I still gotta watch that. With Tomb Raider Netflix looking like an adaptation flop along Borderlands, what do you think the nominees for the Game of the Year Best Adaptation is going to be? All I know is Fallout, Sonic 3, Arcane Season 2 will be on there. What do you think will take the other spots?
Sonic 3 won't be out by then, I think.
They said the adaptation that flops is what they said.
Well, he said he thinks that the Tomb Raider is an adaptation flop. What is going to be nominated for Best Adaptation at the Game Awards? Sonic 3 comes out in December, right? Is that in December?
Yeah, in December.
Yeah,
it
so
won't even be out yet. It's December 20th, specifically.
Is that a new award they got? Or are we just doing hypotheticals?
I think they had it before.
No, they did that last year.
They did?
With Mario movie and Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What one?
Fallout, Sonic, Arcane. I think there is. It's not really based on a game, but there is the Terminator one. But does it have to be based on a game or just based on, maybe they could include Terminator.
It's got to be game related.
Well, Terminator was good.
Did they already do Last of Us?
Yeah, because that was what, last
they already
year
did
or
that?
the year before?
That was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I don't fucking remember, dog.
Listen, Terminator. What else was let me see. What else has been adapted to a show? What other game? That's
Fallout.
Yeah, they said Fallout. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the Fallout.
Shit.
Only
That's
thing I could
it.
think.
They got
Yeah,
that secret level shit coming out, but I don't know when
Well,
this be dropping.
yeah, and that Devil May Cry series doesn't come out. It's not out yet.
yeah. That's
Well,
Terminator is the only thing I could think of.
the industry's big on remakes and remasters. They could just remaster the category and renominate the same shit. I'm with it. Fuck it. Why not? So nice we nominated the shit twice. Maybe something different to win this time.
Weapon Wheel Zookeeper. After the release of Metaphor, what do you think about the rivalry between Atlas dudes and Square Enix dudes? The Final Fantasy boys getting stomped out for real.
Somebody was asking.
I did see some about that. Like apparently now, like Metaphor is like rap of an Xbox game. I'm like, bro, y'all going outside.
Which one you think make better games, Jazzy? Atlas or Square Enix?
You already know my answer.
You gonna say Atlas?
I mean, the Square Enix got a good variety of games, but it's just.
I think Atlas just has better quality control than Square. I don't think they make. Square makes worse
Square
games.
Don't be giving a fuck. Yeah, they be putting out bullshit.
Square makes worse games than Atlas, but I think Square's best games are, in my opinion, better than Atlas's. I think they just got to stop making dog shit. You make good shit, just stop making the dog shit. That's Square's problem. They put out anything. They kind of like just, Japanese Ubisoft in that way. Like, oh, let's put out any bullshit. Who cares about quality control?
I hate they sold off their Western developers, bro. That's when I fuck with Square Enix, bro. That new shit, can't do it, dog.
Won't say they're Ubisoft level, but they got some couple of like misses. I won't deny that.
Yeah.
But not every one of the games.
You like
like,
Forspoken?
Oh yeah, I
you
love
like Forspoken? You like Forspoken, Jazzy?
Haven't played it.
No. Yikes.
Let's see. Ants. I'm fairly new to the whole better frame rates and better graphics quality stuff. I saw some comparisons of what the PS5 games look like and play like on base PS5 versus PC. The PC versions are much better. Is that what I can expect on the PS5 Pro? Well,
no, they couldn't
not
even
to that
promise
extent.
you like locked 60.
Not to that extent. I think you should expect, yes, better visuals, better frame rates. But depending on what card you have on PC, you can, blow that shit up, to your heart's desire. So it's going to be that, but measured. Don't expect the same thing. It's definitely going to look better, but within measure. So, how do you Dry the Gamer? How do you guys feel about Deadlock? I didn't think I'd like it at first, but after 2 games, I think it's a top tier multiplayer game. I don't think the game is still in closed beta or closed alpha. I don't think most of us played it. I guess the game made by Valve.
You ain't gonna fuck with it, BG? You ain't gonna fuck with it?
I want to know. From what I've seen, it's like an alpha. Like they don't even have all the assets loaded in that game yet. It literally looks like you know when developers show you the blocks and shit and like the shit not loaded in. It looks like that. I can't play a game that early. I can't do it. So that we gotta wait and see with that dry gamer. Weapon Wheel Zookeeper. After the release of Metaphor, what do you guys? Oh, he asked that question twice on the. Yeah. Wait, did I open this shit twice? Okay, yeah, I did. I'm dumb. Let me go to trivia question. Knick-Knack. With Sparking Zero getting good reception and sales, let's celebrate by talking about games from a series that is 1,000,000 times better than Dragon Ball and whose anime is unfortunately on break right now. According to the Wikipedia, there are 57 games based off of One Piece, including crossover titles. How many of them are actually fighting games? Is it A3, B5, C7, and D9? And by the way, yes, he did say that One Piece is better than Dragon Ball. Go ahead and fight about it. I have no dog in that fight. I have no idea.
About One Piece? Did you hear what happened?
No.
They're taking a 6-month hiatus from the anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that on Twitter.
I'm gonna say 5.
Wait, what was the numbers again?
3, 5, 7, and 9.
I think 9, because like some of them I can think off the top of my head. Like I know Jump Force, that versus Jump on PS4, PS3.
Answer's 9.
I know they got a couple more of them.
It's 9.
You said 9?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've still have never watched one episode of One Piece, but just to be a hater, I'm gonna say I agree that it's better than Dragon Ball. Just to be a hater. Never watched an episode.
It's a good show.
Mafia Quad. Question: in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which of the following character has a unique ultimate move that can only be activated under specific conditions? For example, transformations or health status. Is it A, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, B, Kid Buu, C, Future Gohan, or D, Great Ape Vegeta? Special condition to perform an ultimate move.
I'm gonna say C.
We'll go with the Great Ape.
I'm
gonna go with the Great Ape. Yeah.
Because I know Future Gohan wouldn't have anything from what I remember, but I feel like that would be specifically for Super Saiyan 4, specifically for that game.
Answer is A, Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Damn.
Yep.
Whoop-de-doo.
All right, let me check. Another super chat. Established 1982. I'm a new listener to the podcast over the past few weeks. I was wondering if the panel hates bald people in general or just bald gamers. LOL.
That's Bond. That's 100% Bond.
But is it bald people or bald gamers?
I don't think people hate bald people. I mean, bald people just do things people hate.
I see what you did.
I think it.
So it's their fault.
Bald gamers thing.
Yes,
it's their fault, not ours.
Nobody hates criminals
Stone Cold
for what they are. We hate criminals for what they do.
I'm with you on this. I'm with you. Yeah, they're the ones committing the crime and the sin of being bald. So it's not hate. It's just appropriate reaction.
Yep.
Y'all cooking right now.
I mean, that's the same way I feel about Sonic games and Dragon Ball. So these games deserve to be hated on.
No, that's just you being a hater.
Can't help yourself, can you, BG?
No, can't.
It's crazy.
All right. Well, listen. This was great. We were very timely today. I was, we can get out of here. We've covered everything. Maybe we can
you got
catch
your leg cocked up like that? What you trying?
I'm kicking my feet up. Well,
okay.
Podcast accomplished. We can
Can
maybe
you raise it all? Can you raise it all?
Nah, I'm not on your level, Jack. Not on your level. Maybe we can catch the back end of the Cowboys getting a prostate check, or that game might be over. Let me see.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
47-9. Huh? Well, fire. Get that ass.
Did you prop your leg up so the cats wouldn't get on in front of the camera, or what?
Oh no, I'm just listen, Jazzy, life is good, so I just got my leg on there.
Back up. What you doing? Put the leg back up.
We did miss one topic.
What's that?
LeBum. You heard about this shit? LeBron tweeted to the Call division that he wanted a Bronny skin in Call of Duty. So they replied back with one better. To get a Bronny skin, they want a father-son duo in Call of Duty.
Hey. Shout out to Bronny, man. Hopefully he does.
Why would Bronny of all people get a Call of Duty skin?
Because he won the NBA Call of Duty tournament.
Because LeBron is daddy.
And LeBron's his dad.
Hey, let that nepotism fly. I'm with it. I'm down for nepotism.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yo, and after
maybe he can finally shoot. Maybe he can finally shoot in Call of Duty. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. It was easy. You had to take that one. It was an easy shot.
I did.
It was an easy shot, so you had to take it, unlike Bronny.
Yep.
We on that boy ass, Jack. We on him.
Come on now.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Bronny, man.
And After Dark, I don't know if y'all are privy to this, right, Jack? But have you been seeing the shit that's been going on in the OnlyFans community?
I have been seeing it on Twitter, bro. What's the dude?
We about to talk about it after dark.
Bro?
Yeah, we about to talk about it in After Dark. Cause let's get, man. Yeah,
this is going.
It's nasty over there in the OnlyFans community.
Literally,
it's
What
nasty. Oh, we getting out of here right now. Viewers, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Yeah, I did all of them. Sign up for After Dark. It's very entertaining. We answer all the questions, any questions people want, and we talk about a whole bunch of deviant, debaucherous shit. So we'll catch y'all next week. We out of here. Peace.
No. What? Right. Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro King got me. See, that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Elba, I'm a black bond. Aiming a scope and all black panel. You can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. For real. Oh wait. Then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own. Like, how can you gamers approach me? Till kids move to body you in Halo, then sing your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty have failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon Wheel Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smooth, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't out strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.